Some might say the chief of police has no business in an institution like this, but in fact it's the quietest and safest place in town. You won't run into any reporters, nobody gets into any fights, nobody drinks too much, nobody even raises their voice. The place is owned by an elderly gentleman who knows how to keep things under control. That's why I never invite my friends here. I wanted to make an exception for my 60th birthday, but most of my colleagues are young enough to be my sons, and they'd rather just hire prostitutes. Why stare at some boobs when you can take the whole package for yourself? But there's none of that in our club. Even looking too long is considered indecent. You can get an occasional glimpse, like by accident. The rest of the time you just pretend that you're immersed in conversation, or just come by for a drink. Doesn't mean these gentlemen wouldn't want their bald heads smothered in tits. It's just that nobody says it out loud. My younger colleagues might call it hypocrisy, but I call it the good old-fashioned manners. Good manners and leave the rest unsaid. She agrees to unbutton her blouse, and we agree not to pay too much attention. The girls are on a quiet prowl, too. They're looking for a way out of their cramped rooms. Maybe make friends with some wealthy patron with a pacemaker and dentures. Everybody wants something. But we have to control ourselves, or we'll all turn into libertines and prostitutes. Hell, if there weren't any rules, I'd be belching and farting, jumping up on the table, arms held high, yelling, "Shake it, baby!" No idea how I got so barbaric.
I started the game expecting just a loading screen and a menu, and then we get bloody straight away into the action here. So there you go. Rather different introduction there, just introducing us, I assume, to our character. Let me know what our volume levels are like. Should be okay, I think. I'll just set the graphics and stuff up. That's fine. On. I can use the gamepad. Oh, what lovely piano music, eh? Anyway, good evening, folks. Can we turn the music down a touch, maybe? Try 80%. 70? Give that a whirl. Give that a whirl. But it's lovely piano music. What's wrong with you people? Blast it out. Anyway, welcome. This is the police, apparently. This was the police. Not anymore. Screen is frozen. No, screen is not frozen. Oh. Screen is frozen. That's not good. Bear with me, folks. I'm assuming you can still hear me. I'll try, let's try that. Oh dear. Technical issues. Glorious. So it was a changing of the anti-aliasing that caused the issue, right? Okay, that's fine. So we can refresh this. We can refresh this. Bear with me. Bear with us. Bear with us. Nope, that's the wrong screen. Where are you, blighter? Okay, that's not right. That's wrong. What did you do? Talk amongst yourselves. It's fine. Come on. Okay, I probably might have to start the game again. Bloody hell. Right, shall we try it? Let's try and start the game again.
Usually, before I go shaking my tits for the press, I like to go see how the professionals do it.
What the hell is going on with this now? Why is it not working?
Some might say the chief of police has no business in an institution like this, but in fact it's the quietest and safest place in town.
Come on.
You won't run into any reporters, nobody gets into any fights, nobody drinks too much, nobody even raises their voice. The place is own.
Yada yada yada, very good. Right, okay, graphics. Full screen, I'm going to try windowed mode. How does that work? Windowed mode. Let's try window capture now. Let's have a wee look. There we go. I don't want that though. Okay, so we'll play it like this for now because time is ticking and I don't want to be messing around with it now. So I'm going to have to play it in windowed mode, which means you're going to see a little black line at the bottom of your screen probably. But until I can figure out how to do it, I'll do it before the next stream. Bloody hellfire. Right, okay. Let's go back. Apply that. Go back. We should be rocking and rolling now. We should be rocking and rolling. I'm just going to change my mouse cursor. It's too big. There we go. Smaller mouse button. Okay. Should we start again? Welcome everybody. No technical issues here, folks. Everything is always smooth and professional. Right. Just like to show you all something. I haven't got anything in it yet because I'm about to have my dinner, which is rather unfortunate timing. I will apologise now. But if I wasn't having my dinner, I may be sat here sipping some tea from my new mug. Look at that. Stardew Valley mug. Oh. So I'm saving this for this evening. I may have a break halfway through the stream just to get some tea in this bad boy. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to drinking out of this mug. Anyway, it's not Stardew Valley, so I just thought, but I thought I'd show you that. I was excited. I knew it was coming, obviously, but I've been waiting about a week and a half for it, and came home from work, and there was a little red parcel in a box, and I thought, this is me mug, yes! This is me mug. Right, so looking forward to using it. Okay. If this game is very good, I may start a new collection of mugs, of all the various different series that I've really enjoyed. This could be the start of something new. This is the police mug, Baldur's Gate mug. I'm all lined up, you know, like ornaments, like my football trophies that you can barely see around my room that are littering my room. I'll litter them with mugs instead. Anyway, so this is the police. This is completely blind. I don't know what the hell it's about. I know roughly you're a police chief, and it's a kind of a strategy, I think, mixed in with some other stuff. But I've not seen any videos, I've not read anything about it, so I'm literally going in completely blind. So if you're blind as well, we'll enjoy the blindness together. And if you're not blind, don't spoil things. Other than that, unless I ask for help, which I may do occasionally. But we're going to press story, and we are going to go! New game. That new game smell. Alright, so apparently, got some papers. City Hall confirms rumours of Jack Boyd's resignation. Mark War 2 to be shown in Freiburg the day before the worldwide premiere by the Mayor's personal request. Mayor Rogers, sex maniac? That dirty mayor. Go to work. So it looks like we're sat in a cafe, sipping on some tea. Already. I'm liking this guy. He's a tea drinker. We're going to get on well. Although his mug's a bit bland. Ooh. Good cop or bad cop? That is the question.
When I was a kid, my father sometimes told me at bedtime that if I closed my eyes and didn't open them for a long time, all the demons would blow away. Yesterday I turned 60, but I still take his advice. Not because I'm sentimental or want to keep the memory of my father alive. I just can't think of a better solution. To get away from all the demons that haunt Freiburg, I'd need to wear a blindfold 24/7. Plus, it's a good idea to act blind when talking to reporters. At least that's what my colleagues say.
I'm blind too.
Of press conferences. But for me, it's more like a confessional. No matter what lies you tell, you're privately thinking the honest answers. It helps me remember who I am. The fact that I'll be reading all about it in the papers tomorrow is a small price to pay. Call it penance for the preacher.
A little bald patch lump.
This is the first time I'm afraid of those answers my mind has given me. Not because I'm mad I'm losing my job. Though it's true, I'm mad as hell. Not because I subconsciously blame everyone else. Though I damn sure do blame them. And don't even ask me what my next move is. I can't imagine. But even that doesn't scare me. The worst thing is, I know I'm gonna have to do something. And I'll be damned if I know how far I'll go. I may have a lot of vices, but predictability isn't one of them. I learned a long time ago how to drive away the swarming demons. But what do you do when they're trying to rip your soul from your skin? Shutting my eyes tight as I can. The best solution remains the same. Play blind. I just hope the reporters think I was blinded by the camera flash.
So something's going down. I don't know what's going on here, but it sounds like he's in trouble or... I don't know. He's talked about losing his job. Good morning, folks. Thank you all for coming. Okay, so yesterday the mayor's office officially announced your resignation. Did this come as a surprise or did you know about it in advance? Okay. Did we know about it? Of course we knew about it. Nobody springs anything on me. The mayor discussed it with me. Oh, lots of flashing here. Mayor Rogers told me that he wants a fresh face running Freiburg, so no, it didn't come as a surprise. Do you already know the name of your successor? Who gives a shit? Oops, sorry. It's a gritty dark, you know, we're going to have to throw a few curveballs in there. I've done my job and I'm just about finished with it. Soon my only interests will be cigars and jazz. I frankly don't care who takes my place. I like my answer better. After the recent corruption, your deputy Francis Kendrick said he was looking forward to resigning. If the mayor offered him your position, would that change his mind? As I said before, who gives a flying monkey? Although Kendrick was acquitted, many still believe that the police are cooperating with the Mafia. Oh, God. Do you have anything to say about this? Bullcrap. Okay. To quote, excuse me, that's a pile of horse shit. Mafia and the police working together? Maybe they're in cahoots with the aliens. The Mafia are a bunch of low-life criminals. How about someone ask a real question? Yeah, there you go. I like this guy. I like him already. Do you think your personal relationship with the mayor could be the reason behind your retirement? Shall we give him something to Shall we give him something to write about? Yeah, definitely, definitely. So it's all his fault. Oh my god! Oh my god! Of course, he's the reason. Personal relations are always important, no matter what anyone says. Oh, it's a very political line, that. Tell him how you really feel. Don't beat about the bush. Thank you. Right, enough questions now. I'm bored. Thank you. Bye. Don't like reporters.
How's the back today, Mr. Boyd?
Same as usual.
How did the press conference go?
You can read about it in the newspapers tomorrow. Don't let anyone in.
Even Mr. Kendrick?
Especially Mr. Kendrick.
Especially Mr. Kendrick. You don't want to see his ugly mug. Okay, so we've got a bad back, bald patch. We're retiring. Sounds like a forced retirement. Taking some pills. He's a police chief that doesn't take any crap. That's what we got. That's the vibe I'm getting. Not going to take any crap, man. Oh no. Straight down the line. Tell it how it is.
As soon as I heard the door creak, I knew what face I'd see. When I tell Emma not to let anyone in, there's only one man it could be.
Not the
rude, arrogant, no warning. That's Mayor Rogers in a nutshell.
Oh, the mayor.
White summer shoes, white socks,
What?
white shorts, white polo shirt, and the white smile of a hungry shark. Mayor Rogers enters every room like he owns the place. Even the floorboards under his feet sound like they're creaking an apology. He never shied away from the odd corruption scheme. It's like the devil walks behind him. In the movies, the villains controlling the city play golf with the judges. Rogers plays tennis with them instead. That's about the only difference.
Jack, I was hoping to catch you after the press conference. You ran away so quick.
What a tool. What kind of
There's
mayor
no
dresses
smoking
like
in
that?
City Hall. No reason for me to hang around.
Well, this morning I signed a ban on smoking in all public buildings. Soon you won't be able to smoke here either.
Soon enough, I won't be here at all.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Is he touching my pictures?
The people of this city like you, Jack. The police chief of all people. Don't betray that, Jack. Don't get wrapped up in any schemes. Sit nice and quiet for the next 180 days, and you'll be remembered as a hero. That's the only thing that you still have left. Be the hero.
And how am I supposed to scrape together a retirement fund?
You had a million chances to secure a luxury pension, one that even I would have envied, although I've never set aside any money for myself. I'm not planning to retire anytime soon.
What the hell is he doing? Taking my cigar now.
180 days of quiet, Jack. That's all I need. I don't have any problems with you.
That was the final
and
straw.
You won't have any problems with me.
Oh, we're going to have problems, pal. Trust me. Trust
I have a
me.
new assistant, Troy Starr. If you have something to tell me, call him. But try not to bother him. He's a busy man.
I'll do my best.
I look a twat in my
Quit
tennis
smoking
cigar.
up the office. One of my friends will be using it soon.
Excuse me. No, it's my office. Thank you. The hell is going on now?
I'm sorry, babe. Only the mayor has this number.
Avert your eyes, people.
Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, is this Troy Starr?
Yes?
Go fuck yourself, Troy Star.
Oh, dearie me. Okay, I like this game so far. I like this game very much. Civil servants' wages won't be raised this year. My God, it's true to real life. 1%. Head of Culture Department owns villa in Italy. Jack Boyd on police cooperation with Mafia. No comment. Actually, we did comment. We called it a load of horse shit. Put that in your fact, pal. Yeah. This is going to be an 18 plus stream, it looks like, doesn't it? Alright. So the mayor, we don't like the mayor. We don't like Tony Starr. Oh, I'm going to enjoy. I hope that we can really, really get that sucker, you know? Let's go to work. We should go to work. So we're going to be playing his last 180 days. So he's retiring. He's a straight down the line guy who's going to tell it how it is. And because he's retiring, he's going to be even more straight down the, you know, going to be insulting people who don't lie. Oh, it's going to be fun. So I'm playing as somebody who's basically counting down to their retirement. No holds barred. Do you know what? Screw everybody. That's how I'm seeing this. Oh yeah. Oh, freedom of speech, baby. Freedom of speech. Okay, it's work time. Get a new car, man. What's wrong with you? This is rubbish.
Cops don't use the police station cafeteria anymore. There's some kind of stigma against sitting shoulder to shoulder with your partners.
Canteen culture.
Everybody just takes snacks from the machines or grabs a meal and hammers it down in the corner like a vulture on a corpse. The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes. Could be construed as an invitation to sit together. The only people eating here are ghosts. My deputy, Francis Kendrick, he recently became one of those ghosts. The subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of Freeburg.
Dear, dear.
No evidence to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are numbered. I need that file I asked for. Needs to be ready tonight. Francis didn't say anything, but I understood. Ghosts aren't supposed to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already finished.
He looks it. Look at the state of him. He looks like he's ready to retire now. Looks like he's about 85. He's older than me. Woohoo! Would you like to receive tips about how... Yes, I would like to receive tips, please, because I don't know what else is going on. Alrighty. I'm a 60-year-old police chief, a few months away from retirement. I don't need anyone telling me how to do my job. I'm tempted to say that, because, but I would like to know what's going on. You know, just a quick whirlwind tour. So Freeburg PD organises upcoming work assignments into shifts for today and tomorrow. Every shift, officers respond to crimes in progress and detectives continue their investigations. So you've got response officers and the old CID in English terms. You can freely move employees between shifts. Okay. Right, so shift officers responding to crimes, detectives investigating, organised work into shifts. You can freely move between shifts. Right. Good stuff. All officers and detectives possess several important characteristics. Likes your drink. Okay. Professionalism shows the overall efficiency level of your policeman. A figure around 150 is considered average. Any policeman who falls short of this mark is not entirely reliable, while those whose professionalism is considerably higher than average are a safe bet, even in a pinch. An individual's level of professionalism may rise and fall over the course of their career. Is that this star here? I mean, if that is the case, he's a very reliable man. Energy. Okay, that's the energy. Energy shows how tired your policemen are. The less energy your people have, the less reliable their work. And a policeman who is exhausted might fall asleep at the wheel or make a critical error. Your employee loses 1 point of energy after each day working and restore 1 point after each day of rest. So it's a balancing act. You know, you get your best men on the job, work them to the bone, and it's a bit of a balance. Okay. Proceed. Your employees don't tell you everything. Some additional characteristics are hidden from view. For instance, some cops are lazy and will come up with any reason they can think of to take the day off, while others like to drink too much. You can only guess about these things, but you should be able to draw your own conclusions based on the behaviour of your employees. Got a feeling I'm going to need another black book. Right, so we got what was that? Professionalism, energy, hidden characteristics. Easy. Easy peasy. Start the day. Apparently we could rename these, I thought. Could we rename it? Shift B. The B shift. Kochi. Kochi. I think we're not going to be able to do anything, I don't think, just because it's the first day. Maybe. Good old Pam. Bless her. She's here. She's been reincarnated in police form. Mole. So we've got some. So who's good and who's not so good? 150 was above 150. So these are the higher rankers here. 3 here. I mean, look at Price. 5. She looks like she's ready for retirement as well. 150. Okay. So I don't think we can do anything at the moment. By the sounds of it, by the looks of it. Let's get to them. I think we can rename these. I'm sure we can rename these. So hold on to your hats, folks. I might be renaming some of these very shortly. Read them and weep. Like a game of Guess Who. Day 2, 10 o'clock. 2,400. We remove the cigar, blow the ash off. Ooh, a little jazz music. La da da da. Responding to calls is the bread and butter of police work. Indeed it is. You'll need to send your officers to the crime scene before the timer expires. A mark on the map shows where the call came from. The farther away the destination is from the police station, the longer it will take your officers to travel back and forth. So the longer your people will be tied up and unavailable for upcoming work. Okay.
110B in progress.
Can we pause it? It is paused. Hit and run. Oh dear. So there's been a hit and run, folks. There's been a hit and run, and we've got loads of people that we can send to the job. So I'm going to start kind of middle of the line. Not going to send me best. Not going to send me worst. Going to send Purdy. I mean, she looks like she can handle herself. Big burly woman. Reliable. Oh! Okay, where's the ideal place for this damn thing? We'll try down here to start. We'll try down here. Resume. Okay, so we've got hit and run. The easiest way to determine how difficult a task might be is to check how many units you are allowed to send on the call. The more units you can send, the more serious the alleged threat. Particularly risky missions give you the option of sending SWAT, but they must be accompanied by at least one officer. Okay, it's a two-man job this, it's a two-man job. And support as well. The number of SWATs is not the only thing to consider. Any available information, from the location of the crime scene to the presence of weapons and so on. All of this can tell you how seriously each case should be taken. A mission might look simple at first glance until it turns into a brutal meat grinder, when a serious call can come in which turns out to be a false alarm. So this one here, a married couple exited a convenience store and saw a van in the parking lot back over a homeless man who'd been digging through a trash can. The driver jumped out to help, but once he saw that he'd hit a bum, he got back in the van and quickly drove away. Okay, sounds like a low-key job to me, that. No weapons, man's just been run down. It's very sad, of course, but it seems like just a person did try to help him, so he's, you know, friendly guy, a woman, and then thought, it's only a bum, we'll drive off. Easy job, easy job. Seems easy. At the Everyday Mart. So it says it's a two-man job. Do we send 2 or do we skimp, like real life, cost cuts and all that, and send just the 1? Nah. Purdy, good old Purdy can handle herself. She's fine, she's 210, Purdy, you're on your own, lass. You're on your own. Single crewing. Single crewing. It's hard times. Right, Purdy. What you need to do is go take details. You know, statements from the witnesses, check the CCTV, file a report, put a call out. If some, you know, get the registration plate, put a call out to all the local officers, keep an eye out for the vehicle involved. You know, keep inquiries. You can do that with one man, easy peasy. Right, proceed. It's still loud, the music, is it? Okay. So Purdy is on the case, off to a hit and run at the mall. Poor old homeless man run down. Oh my, what? A fight at the theatre. A fight at the theatre. Crime in progress. Oh my god, it's all kicking off here. It's kicking off big style. We got a fight at the Last Picture Show Theatre. The theatre manager reports that during the showing of Citizen Kane, a drunk man attempted to force his way into the theatre carrying a snowboard decorated with the word Rosebud. When he was denied entry, he violently attacked the cashier and is currently fighting with the theatre so it's a fight in progress. Fight in progress. Obviously it's an emergency. Two-man job. Fights. You can't go to them single crew. So what we're going to do is we're going to pair up a slacker with a good person. So Austin is on the case, the second officer. Lead officer is going to be Yancey. Officer Yancey, Officer Austin, go. Fight in progress. Drunk man with a snowboard, double crewed, off you go. Easy. And they're off down the road now. So we've got fights and we've got hit and runs. Down to the bare bones here. This many officers isn't uncommon in real life. Bare minimum. Hit and run report. What's happening now? So apparently, when everything goes well, the police capture the criminals and nobody dies. That's a good start. But the truth is, sometimes the criminals manage to escape. Just try to avoid any dead cops or civilians. Oh, dead cops, no. Big no-no. Civilians, it's also bad. Dead cops will hit your roster, naturally, and dead citizens bother the mayor even more than the living ones. Okay, just bear with me a second. I will be back. We shall check our report from Officer Purdy. Bloody hell, I'm starving. Right, come on. So we have ourselves, it's Chinese chicken thighs with jacket potatoes, cheese and beans. Strange combination, but hey ho. Works for me. Okay, so let's proceed and see what's happened at the hit and run. Officer Purdy reporting. Offender escaped, officer unharmed. -10 to her. Oh, you see. Purdy Purdy, you disappoint us, but I don't. Oh, dearie me. Okay, not a problem. It's because we didn't send 2 probably. But hey ho, it's a one-man job.
311
It was Austin. Report of the fight. Officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. Offender caught. Drunk man in custody. Perfect. Well done, Austin. Well done, Yancey. Job well done. Brilliant. Oh, suburb. Armed robbery. This is not good. Oh. Wait a second. Crime in progress. Two at once. Bloody hellfire. Okay, so we've got a fight at a law firm. Go figure. A brother and sister clashed with each other over their deceased father's will. Oops, a domestic. Very serious domestics. Take them very seriously. Most domestics, most murders stem from domestic situations. Brother and sister clashed with each other over the deceased father's will. According to one of their lawyers, we don't dare separate them, and our security guard is off duty. Never go single crew to a domestic. No. So what we're going to do is we've only got 4 officers available, and we've got an armed robbery. I want my 2 best go into the armed robbery. No questions. So we're going to send Subaki and Asano to the domestic. So proceed onwards, please. Go you go. Take the report. Apprehend the... sort it out. Armed robbery. 3 teenagers armed with a shotgun robbed a videotape store and made off with a whole collection of adult movies. The criminals fled in a car, but the store manager wrote down the car's license plate. The owner is one Janet Brown, who lives in the suburbs. I'm assuming we're going to, not to the store, but we're going to do some keeper inquiries. But shotguns involved, very dangerous. Sending Kochi and Purdy, 2 of our high flyers. Off they go, leaving just little old Officer Price, as useless as she is, on her own. Let's hope there's something really low-key for her to deal with. So off they go to the armed robbery. Right, we're down to the bare bones now. Down to the bare bones here. Uh-oh. Ghetto assault. A ghetto assault. A passerby saw some teenagers attack an elderly musician, then run away with his guitar and his money. Teenagers? Right, we're going to have to give her a chance now. So, little old Pry. Oh, it's a 3-man job, apparently. It's a 3-man job. Teenagers attacking an elderly musician, then run away with his guitar and money. Price and Yancey. Yancey can keep Price in check. I don't think... He said it's a 3-man job. I mean, to me, teenagers attacking an elderly musician. If 2 cops can't take care of a bunch of snot-nosed punk teenagers, there's something wrong, isn't there? Get going. I mean, she looks like 90 years old. If there's any foot chasing to be done, she's not there, is she? But, you know, as long as she doesn't die, we're all right. Off you go. Get out of my sight.
311
Fight.
Officer on scene. Looks like we have a situation.
Apparently they're radioing up for advice. Radioing up the chief for advice. Okay, let me just finish my cigar. I'll be back with you in a minute. Bear with me. So apparently it's timed, right. The vehicle in question is parked right outside the... Well, it's not timed, it stopped. The vehicle in question is parked right outside the Brown residence. The sounds of moaning and loud laughter can be heard through the living room window. This is a shotgun, right? Oh, this is bad. Turn on the siren and loudspeaker and shout that the house is surrounded. Knock on the door. Okay, sneak into the house through an open window. Okay, oh man. Oh god. Right, okay, so... I mean, I've never been in a situation where we've been faced with weapons here. We don't tend to face weapons in this country very often. But sneaking in through an open window doesn't seem good. I mean, bloody hellfire. Although we've got powers of entry, given that there's the people in there, criminals in there. Should we? Don't want to surprise them, and it might cause them to panic. Okay, so I'm going to rule out sneaking in. I don't think that's good. Right, we could just knock on the door. You know what I mean? They might just cave in. Oh, do you know what, Gov? You've got me. Or we could play the bit of, this reminds me of a situation that we used to do in the police, where you kind of like sort of play a little trick on people. Like if you were chasing a burglar through woods, you might shout something like, "Stop running, or we'll release the dog." We haven't got a dog. Dog's 2 miles away, but they don't know that, do they? Just empty threats. Sometimes it works. We'll release the dog. And then, oh no, not the dog. So, we could fool them. Loudspeaker, the house is surrounded. That might fool them. I'm going to go with that one. I'm going to go with that option.
9 testing complete.
Yes! Get in, my 2 best cops. See, kids, stupid. Fooled them. They thought we were surrounded. They came out with their hands up. Oh no, please take me now. Beautiful. Yes, beautiful. Excellent work, officers. Excellent work. Do. Let's have a look at the fight. So it looks like if it says there's slots for 3 and you don't send 3, it looks like we're suffering. So it said send 2, we sent 1, no good. It says we send 3, we sent 2, no good. I don't know if it's luck of the draw or whether or not, if it says we should send 3, we just should probably send 3. Not sure. Not sure. But we'll try it one more time with 1 less than recommended and see what happens. But if it fails again, then we'll have to go with the recommended amount, I assume. Ooh. Okay. Time's a ticking.
412A.
Oh, another assault into the night. A ghetto assault. Offender escaped. Is this the one where we sent 2? I think this is this is a different one. Okay. I mean, can she go any lower? Probably not. So I'm sure that, yeah, this said send 3 because this was the one where they had the kids. The kids were it asked for 2 and it said 2. Okay, I need to follow this. I mean, she had a very low professionalism, so that's the issue, I would have thought. She probably would have turned up, rocked up, didn't give a damn. Oh, the blinds are closing, and we end the day. Alright. If you think you need a couple of extra hands tomorrow, you can order any cop to come in and work overtime. But if they're working flat out, they'll be much more exhausted. Somebody's bound to make a mistake. Overtime, you say? Right, okay, so... so she's got -2 bars, so she seems to get knackered quickly. Does all pricey, not a surprise given her age, bless her. She's taken 2 bars of energy. Everybody else has taken 1. These guys... he's lost 2. Don't know what Hip's problem is, but anyway. All in all... Oh, we've got shift A as well. What's shift A? Oh, we've got a different shift of people. So these people are what, days off? Can ask them to come in and help us out overtime? Oh, it's complicated work being a police chief, isn't it? Complicated work. Okay, look at this guy, 400. Good old Stovall. Right, okay. So we've got a bit of a whistle-stop tour there.
Used to be when I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the strength for it. Slumped shoulders, blank stare, wrinkled skin. The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend. In his younger years, he reminded me of a gallant royal officer in an old Kipling story. Kendrick isn't just crumbling under the weight of the public pressure, but from the shame of it all. Internal Affairs raided the library he inherited from his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages. Heard about the look on his face, the fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else. Probably sounds crazy, but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
Called all of the people on that list today. Now they know you're in business, so you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
And what kind of business are we talking here?
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be just a few small favors. Payments will vary depending on the situation and who you're dealing with. How much are you looking to earn?
$500,000.
$500,000.
$500,000? Why not a whole million?
Because everybody wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
$500,000 in 180 days? Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the big fish and hit all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you. And one more thing, Jack. I remember what you said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher Sand.
Sand. Christopher G. Sand. Everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters. Gives to charity. Rarely attends social events. An avid hunter, I hear. Even dabbles in poetry. You'd never guess he's the head of the oldest and most powerful gang in the city. Goes back as far as his great-grandfather. And Sand is strict about following the old rules. He rarely involves himself in commonplace murders and robberies. Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across. The people who work for him each have their sphere. They provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile, Sand pulls the strings without getting his hands dirty. People sometimes mistake his quiet approach. A couple years ago, an arms dealer decided to expand its business without asking permission, and his whole family paid the price.
Oh dear.
In 4 weeks, Sand killed 31 people. Old men, women, even a few teenagers. And Sand's people made sure every paper reported it. Frank, I don't want to hear you say that name again.
Jack, please, listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
We agreed, Frank. That's not the kind of business I'm into. I don't go there. Never have, never will.
Mr. Sand, eh? Sounds like a dangerous chappie. Bear with me. So somebody's come in, some singer, Gennaro Crespo comes to Freeburg. Francis Kendrick announces retirement date. So our deputy has announced his retirement, and construction of cinema museum postponed again. Alright. Oh, I thought we stacked the car first time there. No chance. Okay, so we're getting... Oh, it's all complicated here. It's all complicated. Lots of things going on. So a police officer, when they are too tired to be effective, he will ask for a day off. Sometimes officers will request days off even when they are at full strength. Some of the reasons you hear are far-fetched, while some are very serious. Don't overindulge your subordinates, but don't antagonise them either. Remember that everybody's got secrets, and you've got to make sure these guys have your back. Okay. So we'll have to assess the situation when people ask for a day off. We'll see. Be a slave driver. No days off. In addition to their performance ratings, police officers also possess rank. Employees begin at their lowest rank and can be elevated in rank with 1, 2, or 3 stripes. Once a week, you can pass out stripes and improve the rank of any employee. If you think that no one is worthy of the honour, some week you can postpone the ceremony until later. Insignias won't go out until your people are ready. Holy cow. So we have to promote them, is that right? In addition to their performance, police officers also possess rank. Employees begin at their lowest rank and can be elevated with 1, 2, or 3 stripes. Once a week you can pass out stripes. So it sounds like we promote them. So I'm going to have to remember who's done a good job then, aren't I? Yeah. Okay. Well, I can't remember what happened in the last one, so we'll have to... Employees of rank not only increase in professionalism, but also learn to command. Whenever a ranking officer is on the scene, his or her colleagues are more likely to perform better than usual. Sometimes when cops get ranked, they start thinking more seriously about their jobs. This can mean less drinking and more time on the job. Some of them might even turn out to be dependable. Oh, right. This is all like people management. Good grief. Is this what managers have to do in real life? Manage the troops. So we're now with shift A. Different set of people. Okay. Stripes. I can give out 2 stripes. Well, these people haven't done anything. Am I going to dish out stripes willy-nilly to people I don't even know? No chance. Stripes 2. Wait a second. Can you... You drag? Oh, you drag. Well, none of these people have earned any stripes. No. We're not gonna. You've got to earn your. The saying goes, you've got to earn your stripes, right? You've got to earn your stripes. Show me what you got. Show me what you got, guys. So we'll keep a mental note of who's performing well. Music turntable. Freeburg isn't one of those cities where you listen to what they say or nothing at all. You can always select any song from your collection and play it at any time. Cool. We can select our own music. That's good. I like that. Choose a song to play. Got little green men things. We've got piano thing. What's that? Person with a red and blue face. Chopin. Chopin, my eye. Green, jazzy thing. I like jazz. Sweet ginger green. Oh my god, the camera is really blurry. What the hell is going on? Nothing but technical issues today. I think it'll auto-adjust itself at some point. Right, we've got Sweet Ginger Green. G-Tunes. Okay. Oh, now we can see what they are. Yeah, the camera's gone a bit funky. It's gone a bit funky. Bud meets Bob. No, we're gonna try this one. Sweet Ginger Green. Let's try that. Play that tune. Are these real people? Are these real... Is this real, real bands? It must be. Let's learn how to hire and fire cops. Oh, we can fire people! Oh, boy. Oh, I'm liking the sound of this. Whilst listening to jazz, come into my office! You're fired! Right, okay, I'll see if I can sort the camera out in a second. It's still a bit blurry. Okay, police station affairs. Personnel labour market backlog. So you have a certain number of paid job openings for which you can hire any available applicant. Job slots are separated between officers and detectives. So you can hire cops. Hire Jonathan Bush, Luke Calibas. Well, surely you would hire the highest professional, right? So we've just had shift B, so we'll hire for shift B. Did that work? Want to free up a slot? Time to fire somebody. Oh dear. Roy, Officer Roy, I mean the last job you screwed up. You look like you're ready for retirement, my dear. Don't force retirement. Go with your pension. Go with, you know, little medal, long service medal. But it's time to hand in that badge, love. Your liability. Info. Move to shift B. Oh no, sorry. Is it shift? It's shift B, isn't it? We're supposed to be firing. Not shift A. We don't know who shift A people are. Well, yeah, Roy looks old anyway. You know what, Roy? I don't know who you are, but it's time to go. See ya. If you have legal grounds for the termination, no one will ask any questions. You might need to fire them anyway. Legality be damned. But that could land you in additional proceedings, and your other staff will become more worried about keeping their jobs. And they're about actually... Oh, then they are about... Okay. Another way to free up a slot is to have a police officer killed. Well, that's not really a valid option, right? Oh my god. Look at that! Fire legally. Didn't come to work, came to work drunk, failed 3 assignments in a row, or too old is actually a legal way to fire somebody. Yeah, forced retirement, love. Forced retirement. Time to hang up those boots, my dear. They've pounded the street for long enough. Right, bear with me, folks. I'll see if I can sort out the camera, which has gone a bit haywire. What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? Properties. What the hell are you doing? What the hell has gone on? What's happened to the flipping focus? That's weird. Right, I think we're back. I think we're okay now. Should not be blurred now. Right, resume. So we'll then go Officer Roy. Too old. Boom. See you, Roy. Okay. How do I get to shift B? Shift A, shift B. Oh, we scrolled down. It was Price, Officer Price as well. She was the one that failed the job. She was the one that's too old. Pricey, this department's average age is bringing down. Too much. So Pricey, my dear, gonna have to fire you for being too old. Sorry, love. Get out there! We need some fresh-faced officers here, fresh faces, ready to crack on with the job. And you, Officer Kibulius, you look like just a man. You look like you're ready to kick some ass. Political views unknown. Come on down, hire for shift B. You're replacing an old biddy. Oh yeah, right. Okay, and apparently there's still 2 slots free, is that right? So personnel, shift A. Cop slots 15 out of 16, detective slots 5 out of 6. We've got a couple of slots free. So let's see, how do you... let's have a look. Officer Bush. Officer Marcus. Do you know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of that cop out of Heavy Rain. Is it Heavy Rain? He reminds me of him, but I don't know why. So he's a detective. Could we hire him for shift A? We're done. Cop slots 15 out of 16. So where are we short? Where are we short? Let's have a look at the personnel. Shift A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How's that working? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So one more for shift B. One more officer for shift B. So we'll go with Officer Bush. Officer Bush. Shift B. Off your tootle. What's his backlog? Not a clue. So we got the hiring and the firing. Good stuff. What? 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 No! I can't hear what she's saying. It's absolutely... I've got my headset on for a start. And it's absolutely teeming it down outside.
in progress.
We're back on the job. Why is Roy still here? Why is he? She must retire. She must be sacked. She must be sacked after this week. Okay, we've got a crime in progress at the church. At the church here. Where's my music? Where's my music gone? No, the rain is outside my house. It's absolutely bucketing it down. We received a frightened call from the local cathedral this morning about the abbot. Discovered that someone entered the old cemetery during the night. The old yard's tombstones are painted with satanic symbols, and some have been broken into pieces. It seems that are even marks from a shovel, but the abbot would say no more. One-man job. We're going to send our best one-man officer to see if that makes a difference. So our best officer. One-man job. I mean, the suspect could have left. Although, in this, given that you can apprehend the criminals in this, I think the suspects are always going to be present. But to me, if I was, this report on face value, criminal damage, suspects are no longer there. Take details. There's a shovel. Okay, he's got a shovel. We're in America. We got guns. It's fine. So, Stovall, go say your prayers, my friend. You're off to church. Oh, we can actually look at affairs from here. Where's my music? Put my jazz music on, man. Let's try another one. Bud meets Bob. Get it on the record player. Come on. Can't give orders around whilst listening to nothing. Woo! We're off. Uh-oh. We got vandalism. 3-person job, potentially. Vandalism at Atticus Tower. Businessman Harley Jones, looking out his window, saw 2 teenagers scratching offensive slogans on his new car. Scratching with what? Could be a weapon. So we'll play it cautiously. We'll send 2. Can't be a 3-man job for this. Teenagers scratching offensive slogans. Not a chance. So, let's send... who are we sending for this one? He looks like he hates kids. Look at him. He looks like he can't stand kids. Right, off you go. Good candidate for the job. And we'll pair him up with Vandal. Off you go. Nab those pesky teas. If it involves teenagers, Roy's no good. They'll be too quick for her. They'll be too quick. Report on vandalism. Offender caught, officer unharmed. You see, it's like a one-man job. If you send a good man to the job, that's good, that's good. Sit there puffing on my cigar. 180 days, 500,000. Not a problem. Hire, fire, give a bit of advice on the radio. Easy job. Eddie's Burgers. Suspicious individual. A waitress named Myla reports that she just served a chicken Eddie and a Diet Coke to a dangerous criminal who she'd seen on television just this morning. The culprit is sitting at the window eating a burger. Right, dangerous criminal? We ain't messing around here. Dangerous criminal. Grant and Robbins? Go nab that sucker. It's on the most wanted list. He's going to put up a fight. People that are wanted, they don't come quietly. They put up fights. Two of you, off you go. They're probably going to radio up for these two, I can tell you now, are radioing for advice. I'm telling you now. They're going to be radioing up for advice. Robbins and Grant. Okay. So Stovall is back at the station after his hard work. Have a rest, son. Have your meal. Suspicious individual. False alarm. The waitress had mistaken retired officer Frank Nero for the fugitive in question. Okay. And the vandalism report. Offender escaped. Bloody useless. Bloody, utterly useless. So the general pattern we seem to be getting here is, if it's a 3-person job or a 2-person job, if you send one less, but they've got really good professionalism, you might be all right. But if they're lower ranks, you might have to send all that's been suggested. That's the general gist that I'm getting. What info tab are we looking at here? Oh, you click on these people. Oh, so you can see his successful assignments, his failed assignments. Vandal. So Richard Vandal's failed one assignment. So he let the offenders go. The vandalism. Was it the vandalism? King Louis nightclub. Ooh, what's this? Wait a second. This looks like something important here. Let me see as I finish this bit of baked potato. I should have brought a knife. I didn't bring a knife. It's very difficult to eat with no knife. What? You want my police officers to become glorified bouncers? Are you having a laugh? My God, what a waste of resources. Can we say no? We have to put somebody on the job. There you go. This is obviously going to be doomed to fail. This is doomed to fail. But this is her retirement gift. Glorified bouncer. There you go, love. Enjoy. You don't have to run around or do anything major. Just hold the door. Hold the door. Just hold the door. That is not a man. That is a woman, right? That's Martha Roy. That's Martha Roy. Come on. That's a woman. Even my eyes can't deceive me, surely. She is doomed to fail that mission. If she's successful, we may cancel her. We may cancel her sacking.
1111
Oh.
in progress.
We got a situation at the arena. An anonymous call just came in. A clown carrying balloons at the skating rink is selling crack to teenagers. Drugs are bad. Drugs are bad. We don't like drugs. So what we're going to do is we're going to send 2 officers. We'll kind of go selling crack. Let me see. Vandal failed 1 mission, right? He needs to redeem himself. How do you check the information? I want to check his information. He's failed 1. He failed 1. We're going to you're going to redeem yourself, and you're going to go with Officer Birch. I mean, Birch is. You've got to give him a chance, though, haven't you? You've got to give him a chance. So, Officer Birch, off you go. You're off with Vandal. Take down this clown. Literally, clown.
411 in progress.
Suicide threat. A naked man carrying a canister of gasoline has threatened to set himself on fire unless his favourite chewing gum becomes popular again. Well, this is obviously ludicrous. Now, the general rule of thumb here, folks, is if somebody wants to kill themselves, they don't generally ring the police and tell the police they're going to do it. Generally speaking, more often than not, they just do it. They don't ring up and cause a fuss. They're just attention seeking. So, we're going to send Birchie. Old man Birch looks like he couldn't care less if he killed himself. So he's going to really excel at trying to talk this man down. But we'll send somebody semi-competent. We'll send Robbins with him. See how they get on. Just don't get set alight. Alright? Right. So whilst they're off piddling about, we'll have a change of music. Let's go to disc. Vinyl number 3. Singing Them by John Sangster. Can we buy new records with our money? That'd be cool. La, 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 la. Okay, we got a report from the nightclub. Sorry, Chief, but I quit. In one night, I pulled in more cash than I earned in a month working at this dump. Mr. Sorkin said he wouldn't mind taking me on. I guess I just wasn't cut out to be... Go out. Get out of town! Are you kidding me? Old Biddy Roy has quit as a police officer to become a bouncer. Oh my god, are you kidding me? You were getting sacked anyway, love, so you know what? Fair play to you. Fair play to you. You can't fight me, I quit. She's an 85-year-old bouncer. 4.5 grand from Sam Sorkin. Wow, she made a good impression. God, we underestimated that woman. Oh, the blinds are down. We're saving Stovall for
Got
a...
a situation here.
Uh-oh, here we go. Drug sales. Oh. As police arrive, a clown is seen making balloon animals for the kids. Well, it's a report. Innocent until proven guilty. Covering up in a raincoat and pretending to be a customer, you know, you can't just do that off the bat. You know, you've got to have authority in place for undercover work. You can't just do it, you know. Could be seen as, you know, underhanded tactics. So, what we'll do instead is we'll just watch from the stands. Just observe from the stands.
1111.
And he runs away. But at least nobody was hurt. Because they're in the stand eating popcorn. Is it still loud, the music? Okay, we'll turn it down a touch. It was. I turned it right down. We'll go a little mild, 40%. We'll try that. Okay. Suicide threat. Pender escaped. He escaped, but he didn't kill himself. So I consider that a success. Don't know what the game's talking about. So, not a bit of a hit and miss day. We had an officer hand her check in, or hand her badge in because she's becoming a bouncer. 2 failed missions and 1 successful. So if anybody's going to get a promotion today, it's going to be good old Stovall. So Stovall, Shift A, you need a promotion. In Shift B, can we check the information of these people? Okay. End the day. Day 4. Do we literally have to go 180 days? That would be a very long thing. Right. So the papers are out. The morning coffee is brewed. Oh, it's tea. He's a tea drinker, not a coffee drinker. What have we got today? So enemies using feminists to destroy Freiburg. Feminist organisation denied official registration. Robespierre to reveal his identity when the time is right. I don't think you can read these now. Just news flashes.
Whenever I'm alone at home and there's a knock at the door, I always hope it'll be my wife, Laura. She's always forgetting her keys.
Hello, my name is Steve, and you're Jack Boyd, is that right?
Steve.
To get to my front door, the Bible boys walked about a mile from the local bus stop, jumping over mud puddles and skirting a couple of landfills. Laura doesn't go in for religion either, but according to her, these brave lunatics with their fake smiles deserve at least a minute of attention. She patiently listens to them, asks them questions, regales them with pastries, and never once dropping a hint of condescension. When I watch her do it, I've got to admit it gets me. I'd have hugged those boys, sat with them on the porch and lit up a cigar. But a month after Laura left, all I could do was quietly ask them not to bother me. Today I'm a little rougher still. Shut the door on his nose this time. Another couple weeks at this rate and I'll be greeting anyone who comes close with my service pistol pointed towards the sky, ready to fire my warning shots. In my life, even the basic stuff never goes like it's supposed to. Normally, when a wife is going to leave home, she'll make a scene, or at least sit everyone down for a serious conversation. But Laura just disappeared. The children in the stories always stand on the side of the mother, but all 3 of our sons supported me. The in-laws always blame the husband for making their daughter unhappy. But now Sally, Laura's mother, well, we sort of have a pact. The fellow Laura ran off with is young enough to be her son. I hear he's 30 years old. Of all the possible information a man can know about his wife's lover, I get hit with that. Fortunately, Laura's mother doesn't like the way it sounds either. Sally figures this guy just thought he'd have some fun with a mature woman, but he'll be back chasing college girls before the year is out. So we have an agreement. Sally's gonna track down Laura and try to reason with her, and we'll arrange a meeting. Meanwhile, I'm supposed to not do anything stupid, which of course means anything at all. It's a crazy situation. I'm the police chief, and the person I'm trusting to find my wife is an old woman armed with a phone book. But I can't afford to lose Sally as an ally. So for the moment, I had to swallow my pride.
Swallow your pride, buddy. So your wife ran off with a younger model. That's great.
Hello.
Mrs. Markham, this is Boyd.
Oh, is there any news?
That's what I wanted to ask you. Have you found anything? An address, phone number? Have you spoken to her?
Don't worry, Jack. I've narrowed the range to 2 suspects, or whatever you like to say at your police building.
At my police building, we find people faster than a funny old woman chirping on the phone with my wife's girlfriends.
Oh, you're an old man, Jack. Come to your senses. They'd give us straight odds on the street. But I've got more energy, Jack. Maybe you think I'm a foolish old woman, but I go to my book club, argue with the girls about Byron, and it gives me energy. I talk to my dogs, and it gives me energy. And you have nothing, Jack. You don't even have a hobby. You got no passion. It's why Laura left you.
Let's not go back into that, Sally. Find my wife, and we can discuss my hobbies later. I'm waiting for your call, and my patience is running thin. Laura, if you've stopped loving me, I'll let you go. I can't expect the impossible from you. Just don't let me die out here, okay?
So he wants her back, despite the fact she's run off with a younger model. Not in my hands, you won't, pal. Kick her to the curb, man. So we've got 2 stripes to give out, but we can't see who was successful in the missions. And I can't remember. So, who was successful? Can anybody remember who was successful? Purdy, I remember she failed. We sent her first and she failed. Not a clue. Not a clue. Kochi and Kubi are already 1 stripe. Is that because they were promoted? Yancey, was he successful? Who's getting a job? Oh, that's great news, David. Love German Shepherds. Absolutely love them to bits. So Yancey apparently was successful. Right, so we'll give Yancey a promotion. And we've got 1 more to give, so it'd be a shame to waste it. So I think Kochi was successful, hence why she's probably already got 1 promotion. So she's going to be team captain. Team captain Kochi, reporting for duty. Start the day. Right, what music are we playing now? We've got 2 more left that we haven't heard. We've got this one, which is Billabong. The Billabong song. Okay. Ooh. Great music. What are we going to do with this cash? Fire all black cops. From City Hall. A racist gang has recently made some trouble in the city. They're capturing black townspeople and beating them to death. They recently sent a message to a local radio station promising to kill all the black doctors, firemen and police. We don't need any more dead police, especially not mere months before the election. The racists are gaining more and more followers, and even some of our citizens support them. You'll have to fire all your black employees over the next 2 days due to mounting racial tensions. How about I flipping well don't? I couldn't give a shish kebab about your mounting racial tensions. I ain't firing on the grounds of these idiots causing a scene. No way! You having a bloody laugh? If someone commits a serious crime and flees the scene, the case goes to your detectives. Ah, so when the criminals escape, that's now where the detectives... Because I wonder what the detectives are doing. It's been 4 days they've sat there not done a damn thing. So if a flees the scene, case goes to your detectives. So Okay, interesting. So the more sloppy your police work, the busier the detectives will be. Homicide Ghetto. They investigate the crime scene, interview witnesses, and gather whatever information seems pertinent. One of your detectives will be lead investigator on the case. You can assign additional detectives to any case who will work under the lead investigator as subordinates. The more professional the lead investigator, the more effective the team. Okay, makes sense. Black activist Ronnie Moore was found shot outside his home. Okay, this is all kicking off here. Racial tensions indeed. We shall stamp this out. You mark my words, people. We shall stamp this out. Whilst listening to lovely music. Right, so the highest is Mole. Do we need any subordinates? I don't think so. I think we'll just have the one for now. See how she gets on. Right, go on, Mrs. Mole. Off you go. What's happening here? We've got a destruction of property. A member of the city's cleaning crew saw an elderly man approaching some expensive cars in the parking lot carrying a long iron rod. The whole street could hear him shouting, "Bastards! Thieves! Bloodsuckers!" Right, it's a two-person job. It's armed. Elderly and armed. I'm going to send my weakest candidate. In fact, can we check it? Oh, we can't check it first just yet. Sending Asano in. Now we can actually check the job's status, can we? Oh no, we still can't. Right. So we're sending in Asano. Asano. 90. It's only an elderly man. I mean, bloody hellfire. And we'll send in big burly Purdy. We'll send in old Purdy. Come on, Purdy. In you go. Show her how it's done. Take down. She looks like she can take down an old man. She looks like she could take down an old guy easy. So now we can check our affairs whilst we're here. Like Birchie. Let's have a look at Birchie. He's failed an assignment. Labour market. Oh, it's looking a bit scarce, isn't it? Got full house. We need to make room. But there's nobody new. Ah. Righty-ho. Nothing to do there. Quite in the office. Right, carjacking. We've got a carjacking. A gas station surveillance camera recorded a car that's on the stolen vehicles list. Oh, car chase. Car chase. 4 officers. Jeez. Okay. 4 officers it is. I'm going to send all of my... I'll send him... Bush is the new guy, yeah? Bush is the new guy. Remember the new recruit who's replaced the old biddy? Bush's first day on the job. Bush, you're going to get some action, my son. Car chase. Enjoy. Right, so Bush is going. We're going to keep the black officers off the case today. We're not going to sack them, but we're keeping them off the cases just until the tensions die down. Nothing personal. They've just been given desk duties for their own safety. Kubilius, Tsubaki, and Yancey. Okay, so we're now depleted. We've only got 1 officer left. I mean, she's not black, but she's Chinese looking. I mean, does that count? I don't know. Still an ethnic minority potentially. Right, off they go. High-speed car chase. Bush the newbie. Look after him, guys. Look after him. Uh-oh. What's that? Investigations. Investigation has started. Ooh, God, we've got to do all the stuff here. I just like sending people to jobs. I'm just a dispatcher, really. A glorified dispatcher. Right, okay, so we've got investigations. Preliminary work. Detectives have interviewed witnesses, collected evidence from the scene, and are pursuing the investigation. Expect results. So we've got clues. Eric Graham, a drunk witness. They drove by in a sedan and they shot like a machine gun. I didn't see much. So that's Mr. Graham. Mr. Clayton. I only heard a few muffled shots. Mr. Carr, the neighbour. So he's a drunk witness, a neighbour. He got what he deserved. He's been causing trouble for a long time, and recently there's been lots of cursing and carrying on. Miss Cobb. I don't remember the car, and the neighbourhood was quiet. I never heard any. She's just deaf. Mr. Carpenter. The police these days don't do nothing. I almost died myself. I went to buy some medicine and was nearly hit by some idiot's car. That's our fault, is it? Okay, so we've got some clues. Not much clues. Sedan. And it sounds like an automatic weapon. A few muffled shots. Apparently he could have been a trouble causer. She's deaf. And he's an idiot. Right, so we've got the sequence. And we've got some frames. This is just preliminary work. So what's the sequence saying? The sequence is saying he comes out of his door, which has already got a broken window. And then he ends up dead. Yeah, works for me. Works for me, but what's the intervening bit? We have to find out. Case closed. Yeah. He opened his door, shot, dead. Job done. Right. We'll get more information as the case progresses, I assume. Maybe if you get more stuff done if you've got more officers on the case. Report of a destruction of property. Purdy and Asano. Guys, I'm going to rely on you to remember who's been successful. Because you can't check the information all the time. So when I'm giving out my promotions, I want to give it out to people that have earned them, you know. So, Purdy and Asano, job well done. We like that. Very good. Very good, Asano. Very good indeed. This was the old man, right? They've managed to catch an old man. I mean, it's not exactly nab of the century, is it? It's an old man, but hey ho, success is success. So can we check their information now? So there we go. So whilst we're downtime, we can just check people's information. So Purdy has got 1 failure and 1 success. Good old Bush is still on the case. Subaki has got 1 failure. Kibilius this is his first job. Is it? Maybe, yeah. Spain seems to have alcohol problems. She's turned to drink, given all this racial tension. She's turned to the booze. She's turned to rum, I'm sure. So we're going to have to keep an eye on her. But she's off the job. She's not going to any jobs today anyway because she's being kept on desk duty. We can smell the alcohol on her breath, you see. So Purdy, 2 successful assignments, 1 failed. It looks like Purdy is the busy bee of the officers so far. 2 successes and 1 failure. Political views unknown. Carjacking suburb. The driver is nowhere to be seen. Right. But there is a car. Wait a safe distance for the driver to appear. That doesn't seem very logical. Doesn't seem logical. Let him get in the car. Then you've got a car chase. People getting run down. No. The car is now here. Let's not have the suspect get into the car. So we're not going to wait. So we can search the car. Or we can... okay. No problem, Charlene. Thank you for that. We'll keep an eye. Search the car for clues. 1 search the car and 1 keep an eye out. Don't want to be caught blindsided. So just 1 search, 1 on alert. That's my decision. Eyewitnesses, whilst they're talking with people, messing around with their notebooks, and the suspect could still come back. No. Search the car. Search for clues.
113 feet.
Who's dead? Oh my god, who's dead? What's happened here? I told somebody to keep a watch. Keep a bloody watch, I said. Three dead. Oh my lord. We've lost a third. We've lost more than a third of our. Oh, this is horrendous. This is horrendous. How on earth has this happened? Bush. It was his first job. It was his first job, man. Goodness me, a newbie. There's no worse. Oh, that is bad, man. I wonder if we could have avoided that somehow. Probably. This feels like a catastrophe. This is a catastrophe. Three officers shot dead. Offenders caught. Yancey has definitely earned a promotion. Oh my god. Bring back Officer Roy. Bring back Roy. The placards will be out of the station. Bring back Roy. Bring back Roy. I mean, she made it to that ripe old age, so she was doing something right, wasn't she? Oh, lordy lum. Right, well, that's not good. I don't know if it's going to be some sort of a scene or something. No, we just go on with our day, apparently. Don't know if we could have sent the SWAT team. I didn't see if we could or not. Suspicious individual in the park. I mean, we're traumatised here. Traumatised. Corey Ramsey, mother of several children, has expressed her concerns about a suspicious man wearing bifocals, seated on a bench beside a playground. He's been watching the children for over an hour and has taken several... No. No. We're not having people taking pictures of kids in the park. No chance at all. That's not good. That's not good at all. Right, so we need to send a couple of officers. We're going to make sure that we spare no expense now. We're on high alert. We've got 3 officers down. So we're going to make sure we send people that are capable for the job and they're top notch. Asano, you will go with Officer Kochi, the lead officer of the team, and make sure you come back safe, please. Just come back safely. Police station, what does that mean? Oh! No sooner have they bit the dust, we can replace them. Right. I mean, it seems very cold. It seems very cold that they've just been shot dead and we're already interviewing new candidates. Right, they've gone into crematorium, in the go. Right, next, come on down, I'm retiring soon. Who are you? What do you want? Oh, right, okay, yeah. This job's a bit risky, but you're you're hired. So we got good old Brittany Alejandro, likes big loopy earrings, and we've got Lipstick Brock. Good old Lippy Brock. Right, we're going to get both of them, obviously. Shift B are a few men short, and you as well. Come on down. How's investigations going? She's we've got gangs, got archive cases. Let's have a look at we can still check the detail. Oh, still check the details of that. Let's have a look at what else we can check. Detectives. Oh, do you know what? This is a serious murder, and you know, we just need. We're a bit on edge after the deaths. We're gonna give her a subordinate to help with the investigation. We're gonna go with good old De Brito. Give her a helping hand, please. Give her a helping hand, so we can swap and change in the case. By the looks of it, there, that's good. Right, so that's sorted. Affairs. Can we swap? Oh, we can swap. So Shift A. Oh, so we got. Oh, let's have a look. Shift B. So we're currently on Shift B, aren't we? So Birch, go to shift B. And then let's have we'll have Austin, you go to shift A. There we go. So a bit of swapping, just one little swap and change around. As you've said, Charlie, even up the professionalism. Sounds good. Okay. Can we sack this guy? No, not yet. Didn't come to work, came to work drunk, too old, failed 3 assignments in a row. Well, he's failed 1, it's a third of the way there. Let's carry on, shall we? Got Dragon's Lair Club. Just wait for the officers to replenish. Give us maximum capacity to deal with stuff. Oh! Woo! Your detectives present frames, different versions of what might have happened at the crime scene. Recruit Officer Jupp. Oh God, can you imagine? He'd be all for firing the black people, wouldn't he? Right. So, let's have a look at these frames. You've got 3 new frames. Let's have a look at the investigation. They get it wrong half the time, but a good cop can separate fact from fiction if they know how to look at the case materials. The more professional the detectives working on an investigation, the better their instincts. Okay. To get your suspects, you'll need to figure out the true sequence of events at the crime scene using the frames you think likely, sometimes with a little guesswork thrown in. If you add it all up but the sequence fails, you're probably telling the wrong story. Ah, so we've got to fill in the missing gaps from the frames, basically. So what have we got here? We've got frames. Drug lord. What the hell does that mean? Pharmacy. Sedan. Muffled pistol. So Mr. Graham was drunk, so he could be exaggerating with the machine gun. The neighbour says a few muffled shots. Could be a silenced gun. Interesting. I think we'll wait for more information. I don't think we have to make a decision now, do we? No, we'll just wait. I don't think we've got to pick all these now. I think we get more, do we, surely? This is not a full sequence. This might... so what I don't know if this is actually just giving us a prompt as to how it works. So he's going out of his house to go to the pharmacy. Then a car pulled up, shot him with a silenced pistol. Job done. Easy, right? But I don't know if we need more frames or not. It's a bit confusing. So he's going out to the shops. Car pulls up, boof, dead. That seems to tell a story to me. Suspicious individual, offender caught, officers unharmed. So Kochi is successful again. She is a superstar. Asano is successful. Okay, officers unharmed. Very good. Dragon Lair's Club.
311A in progress.
Mr. Boyd, this is Kazuki Tamura. I'm opening Freebird's first martial arts club, and for my first exhibition I want to hold a sparring match where one of my students takes on your toughest cop. I'll give you one guess who's going to this one. After the fight I'll teach your man a few tricks. Who's going to the sparring match? Come on. It's gotta be Purdy, hasn't it? Big burly Purdy. Look at her. She's ready for a fight. Come on. Boom, boom, boom. Asano. No. It's Purdy. Look at her. She's ready to kick some ass. Look at her, man. She's taking down this karate master with 2 blows. I bet you. Don't mess with Purdy. Right, Kevin's throat bar. A bartender reports that a couple of dancers started fighting over tips and a cat fight. 3 officers for a cat fight. Doesn't need 3 officers. It just needs Kochi and Asano. We can't use the black officers today, and Yancey, if we can help it, we're not going to give him any more work. He's traumatised. He's just seen 3 colleagues shot dead in cold blood. He's having the rest of the day off. So it's going to have to be Kochi and Asano going in to the throat bar. Fight broke out. Cat fight. We'll break it up. We'll break it up. And I would have sent Purdy to this. She would have been perfect. But hey ho, she's gone on to do some sparring. Not a problem. Octopus restaurant. Fight breaking out. Octopus restaurant. Fight breaking out. It looks like we're going to have to send some black officers and Yancey on this one. We're going to send 2. We're going to have to send the black officers in. We're going to have to send them in, boys and girls. A fight has broken out between a patron and the bar's bouncer. The man, apparently drunk, had climbed onto the stage while a local singer was performing and tried to sing a duet with her. He's just drunk. There's also a bouncer there, so we should be okay. Okay. We're now down to the bare bones here, guys. We're down to the bare bones. The blinds are coming down. The double whiskey's out. Ooh, cigars. Double puffs. It's been a stressful day, man. 2, 3 officers dead. Look at these 2. Look at these 2 here. Kevin's throat bar. On the stage are 2 strippers going at it, and it's gone beyond arguing to a full-on cat fight. The bouncer is fast asleep. Clearly too wasted to handle the situation. The drunken patrons are happily watching the fight. Draw your service weapon. Listen, girls, cut the crap or this is going to get serious. Shut the music off and turn up the lights. Whenever cops go into raves, whenever cops go into situations, that is a stereotypical thing that they do. They kill the party mood. Lights on, music shut off, pull the plug, poof. Everything shuts down. Everybody's like, what's happening? What's happening? Oh, the police are here. That's what we're doing. Shut this crap off. The strippers continue fighting, oblivious of the police presence. Okay, so the music's off, the lights are up, the drunken patrons are just beginning to stir, and these 2 still going at it, claws out. Ask the bartender for a bucket of cold water. Step onto stage, watch it. Well, we can't watch it with cops, we've got to do something, surely. So, yeah, do you know what? Cold water. Douse them down. This is Kochi using a nouse. This is Kochi using a nouse. We don't have to go up on stage, cause a scene, get assaulted. No, we just lob a bit of cold water on them.
311A complete.
Kochi, man. It's all about Kochi. She's got some smarts as old Kochi. Another promotion coming soon. And Asano's learning. It's brushing off on her. Good old Kochi. Well done. Offenders caught, looking a bit bedraggled, hair all wet and messy, clothes sodden, drunken patrons cheering happily, 2 wet strippers on stage. You know, it doesn't get any better for them, does it? So she's pleased the crowd, and she's caught the offenders. She goes out to great cheers. Yay! Beautiful. And the day's over, apparently. What's that? Oh, Chief, I just about nailed the Jap a couple of times, but he was too fast for me and won on points. Oh, she does look a bit slow, but I mean, she did well. She landed a couple of blows. I don't really understand all their rules, so I can't keep track of points very well. Yeah, she's not got this. She's not Kochi up here, is she? She's not Kochi. She's the brawn. Kochi's the brain. Maybe we should pair them up. Brains and brawn. It could be the dream team. Kochi and Purdy. Cagney and Lacey. But it was alright. Even showed me a few tricks after the match. I got carried away a little and pulled my back. Think I can take the day off? Take the day off. Take the day off. Take the day off. Oh no. Do you know what, Purdy? Because it's you. Because it's you, Purdy. We'll let you have the day off. Do you know what? We'll let you have the day off. But we had a very dark day on shift. I can't even begin to start to interrogate you to make sure it's real. This claim. Gonna have the day off, love. Right.
311A complete.
End of the day. Right. Fight report. Octopus Restaurant. Yeah. Well done. All went well. Our black officers went in there, sorted the fight out, came out. No issues. She's moving shift now. Spain. Is she the alcoholic? We let her out the office, been thinking of alcohol, we had no choice, we're down to the bare bones. But she did a good job. Well done. Well done. So now we can take the time to chill out. Before we end the day, let's just have a look at the information so we're aware of what's going on the shift. So Kochi, 3 assignments out of 3. Nanami Kochi. She is the leader of the team. She's a thinker, she's a nous person. So we like her. I'm trying to get to know the officers so that, you know, if they go down in battle, it's going to be painful. Like if Kochi was to go down now, I'd be mortified. She's our bloody star pupil. Let's have a look at Purdy. She's 2 for 1. 2 successful, 1 failed. Bit of a sparrer. She's the burly one. She goes to all the fights. The bruiser. So yeah, but she's moved right up. She's like vying for leadership, so she's getting a promotion. I think she needs a promotion. Although she's taking a sickie, you know, sick record. You can't have people promoted with bad sick records, can you? Yancey's definitely getting a promotion. He is the unlucky officer who had to witness 3 of his colleagues falling in battle. He's had 2 failed assignments, 1 successful one, but you know, he was the last one standing. He probably saw his officers go down and he valiantly tried. He still managed to hold on to the criminals, hold them until backup arrived. A sterling effort. Let alone a promotion. He needs a bloody medal, this man. So he's getting definitely a promotion. This is Officer Yancey. Alcoholic Officer Spain. She's had 1 successful assignment, first assignment, first success. We'll keep a close eye on her, see how she develops. Bless him. His first job, he fell. Officer Asano. She's got low professionalism, but she's working up. She's had 3 successful assignments and only 1 failed. I mean, she actually is also prime for a promotion. We can't promote 3 people, can only promote 2. I'm thinking Yancey, definitely. I'm actually thinking Asano. Purdy fails a little bit because she's taking a sickie. So, sickie, no. Asano, yes. Austin's moving shifts, but she's 2 from 2, so she's going to hopefully bring a bit of professionalism to the A team. And Tsubaki and Bush fell in the line of duty. Okay, so that's the B team. B team looking good. Really? Sorry, that wasn't. They're not looking good at all. They're looking horrendous. They're all mourning. So yeah, we end the day with 3 officers down. We're replacing 2 of them. We've got 2 of them being replaced. How do we close the case? Did I miss something there? I may have missed something. So we got the A shift. We don't know a lot about the A shift just yet, but we'll get to know them after another day with them. 2 days with them, we get to know them. But we know that Stovall is the head honcho, not of both shifts. He is the big daddy. He's the big daddy. He's the smooth operator. He's the shaft. He's the shaft of the operation. And everybody else is kind of average there. Some lobies here, but we are changing one. Birch is off to learn from the masters, and somebody else is coming down. So good stuff, good stuff. Day 5. Retired police officer Thomas Blaine shoots pregnant woman. Mayor Rogers, city has no problems with racists. Really? Officer Blaine explains, I thought she was a suicide bomber. Easy to get confused, you know? Pregnant woman, suicide bomber.
Why would a man need a barn? To store all the stuff you can't bring home. About 30 years ago, back when I was young and interested in farming, I carried all kinds of junk home. After a day in the field, I'd come home with buckets, shovels, dirty boots and clothes, and instantly transform the living room. But even back then, there's something I always kept in the barn.
Chickens! Call Jennifer.
I stopped keeping my pills inside the house because every time I was about to take a triple, someone would knock on my bedroom door. Now they're knocking on my barn door. Well, fine. It's not every day that someone comes to visit your barn. In all the years we worked together, Kendrick never came to visit the house. We drank at bars, went fishing, went to the mountains, even chased off some poachers one time. But he never came for dinner with the family. We never watched football over here. And now he's brought his friends to visit my barn. I always try to look unsurprised, like it's an everyday thing to get visitors at the old barn, especially guests with their own personal bodyguards. But Kendrick is sharp enough to see he's caught me with my pants on backwards.
Sorry for the surprise, Jack. We saw you from the car. Figured we'd find you in here. I'm going in for a minute, fellas. These guys will wait outside.
How long you been dating the lover boys?
They're Sans people, Jack.
Yeah. So now you're appearing in public with members of the Mafia?
Jack, I'm leaving tonight. More like fleeing. Jenny and I are taking the girls and making a run for it. Probably won't be seeing each other again. I've got new documents, a new name, a new life, everything new.
The papers say you're still working your last week for the department.
I've got to get out today. I won't be getting another chance. Don't know if you noticed, but the whole city is against me.
You told your Mafia friends about your plans.
Jackie, if I don't fix everything with them in the next few hours, they're going to kill me. And not just me. My family, my relatives, God, Jack, I don't know who else. They found out that I was planning to run and they demanded that we close our contract today.
What a clown he is. He's in too deep,
Your
boys.
Contract, Frank? Really? Is that how you talk now? Maybe you should call in the lawyers to straighten all this out.
Now is not the time, Jack, please. I have a commitment to them until the end of the year. They need an inside line at police headquarters. I can't just give them back the money. That's not how the Mafia works. If I can't find someone I can trust tonight, I'm dead. You know me, Jack. I wouldn't ask you if I wasn't afraid they'd cut my daughters to pieces before sunrise.
He's the damn fool who puts his daughters in the crosshairs in the first place. Anyone in my place would have dressed him down good. But I didn't want to pile it on. Fate's already got this guy's soul in the grinder.
Agree to help him or refuse to help him? Oh boy, so we're getting story development as well. Jesus. I hate tough decisions. Kind of feel he's got himself into this mess. You know? He's got himself into this mess. Is this something that we want to get embroiled in? This really is a tough decision. I'm afraid. Can't do it, Jack boy. Mr. Kendrick. Is it Jack? No, I'm Jack. Can't do it. Oh, this seems so bad. This seems so bad. But we're not involved. We're not involved in this situation. Oh my God. But he said that we were friends, we used to drink in bars together. Mind you, he said he never came to the house, so he can't be that much of a friend, really. A really good colleague friend, but at the end of the day, you know, you've got to draw the line somewhere. And getting embroiled with the mob. It just seems like bad news. Sorry, Kendrick.
I'm not gonna lecture you, Frank. I don't think I have anything to say that you don't already know. I'm sorry for your family.
Oh, God.
I wish them all the best of luck.
It is his family that I'm more concerned about rather than him. His family going to die now, and it's going to be on our conscience. It'll be in tomorrow's paper. You watch. Tomorrow's headlines. Family dead. Yesel didn't come into work today. Why not? Why not? I ask the question. Yesel, let's get on the old blower. Let's ring him up. While I was climbing up the stairs, I started feeling a little dizzy. Can I have the day off? Professionalism low. No, you flipping well can't have the... Felt a bit dizzy. Get your sorry ass into work now. Goodness me. Right. Working with slackers here. Utter cheek. So, we're one man down. A detective down. Okay, music time. It's time for some Chopin. Let's go for some Chopin, baby. Chopin. There we go. Nocturne in B major. Wait a second. This isn't the Nocturne that I've got here, is it? Wait a minute. Let me just get my CD out. I have a CD somewhere in this drawer. I'm sure it's in this drawer. Oh, where is it? Where's my CD? Where's my CD? Oh, it might be downstairs. Let me listen to it. 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 What are you doing? I don't think it's the same that I've heard. No matter your personal relationship with the city's administration, your police station is at their mercy. In order to maintain reasonable working conditions, you have to send appropriate requests to the mayor. Really? Oh, City Hall. So we've got the police station affairs, now we've got City Hall affairs. Decisions from City Hall depend on whether they're satisfied with your work. You can send requests every 5 days. The fools in charge of the city may refuse outright or accept only some of your requests, so only ask for what you really need. Request an expansion of your staff officer roles. So extra officer slot. Extra detective slot. Increase in my weekly salary. Request improvement equipment for the SWAT team. Well, we're going to ask one. We're going to ask for one upgrade. We've not been struggling with officer numbers at the moment, so we'll keep those as they are until things get a bit busier. SWAT upgrade, we've never used them. You know what? Day 5. Things have been going relatively well. You know, we'll gloss over the 3 dead officers. I'm trying to save up £500,000 here, so ask for a bit of moolah. Bit of moolah, please. Keep me quiet, otherwise I'm going to start blabbing about your corruption. Alright. Very good. I'm busy. Eddie's Burgers again. Kicks off there all the time. Here's your week's salary. City Hall hopes we don't disappoint. So that's not in relation to the raise, that's just our salary. $1,200 a week for a police chief. That seems pretty paltry. I say paltry in terms of, you know, it's a lot of money. You know, four $1,800 a month is not a small fry wage, but for a police chief, it's not very much. City Hall. Tomorrow is a deadline to fire all black cops. My camera's gone a bit fuzzy again, hasn't it? What is going on with the camera? I'm not doing it. I am refusing to do this. I don't know if it's like a game. It can't be a game-breaking condition. It'll just be a case of probably we lose a bit of reputation with the City Hall, I'm imagining. But we're not firing all black cops. No. No, no, no. We've got a disorderly conduct. Got disorderly conduct here. Crime in progress. Eddie's Burgers. Every morning there's a dirty, piss-soaked bum sleeping at the cafe. The man refuses to go away and growls at anyone who approaches, scaring all the customers. Okay. It's disorderly. Drunken disorderly. So we've got to send 2. He's got dizzy spells. Oh, I don't want to lumber him with Stovall if I can help it. Might pull him down. We're gonna go with Vandal, and we're gonna go with Grant. Vandal and Grant off they tootle. Deal with the. Oh wait a second! Did I forget to give out my promotions in the last week? I must have done. Did I get an opportunity to give the promotions, or did I forget? Never mind.
910 in progress.
Touch of Dionysus Liquor Store. Investigations. Are we? Are we done here? I think this case is still going on, to be honest with you. I think the case is still going on. Right, we've got a touch of Dionysus Liquor Store. A witness looked on from her window while an armed man with a stocking on his head entered the nearby liquor store. Sounds like an armed robbery. Right, we need good officers on this job. I don't want any more officers dying. I'm sending Stovall along with... This team has got loads of black officers. We're kind of screwed here. We can't be so picky. He's certainly not going into an armed robbery. Samadhi. And SWAT. I mean, it could be much ado about nothing, but we just want to be taking precautions here. We do not want any incidents. So, 2 officers plus the SWAT team. I mean, we've got space for 4 officers, but... You know what, Birchie, get your ass over there. If people die because of Birchie's incompetence, I'm going to be very angry.
311A in progress.
There's a fight in a residential area. Now we're beginning to get... What did I say about we don't need any more officers at City Hall?
210 complete.
Okay. 3 cops on the job for a fight. Hot dog vendor reports that he saw 2 Elvis impersonators grappling right there on the sidewalk. They're swearing in Spanish and beating each other with the microphone stands. Fight in progress. 2 officers. That's all we can spare. All units engaged. All units engaged. Disorderly conduct. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Well done, Vandal. Well done, Grant. A drunken, disorderly man waving around a stick outside a cafe. Easy pickings. Well done. Come back because we're, you know, we're a little bit light on numbers. Can we have a look at our affairs? Can we get any more labor? No, no more. No more new recruits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, now we can take the time to look at the info screen. He's our best. We could fire him for not turning up at work, but I mean he's our best detective. Oh, you've got alcohol problems. Oh dear. We'll check those guys out a little bit later. How do we solve the case, though? How do we hand the case in? Archive? Reopen the case. Oh, what the hell? Oh, what's happened? What have I done? Oh, for God's sake, man. Have I just restarted the investigation? No, we still got the frames. So how does it end then? Maybe it's the wrong story, is it? Because it's... I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What's going on here? Not a clue. Maybe it'll tick over in its own time. Who knows? It might tick over its own... Oh! It's happening. It's a hot one today from the City Hall, and a lot of people are going for a swim. Last week, 4 people drowned on the beaches of Freiburg, and the press was in an uproar. Please send someone to keep an eye on things. Okay. I think we have to refuse because we have no staff. Is that right? We have to refuse because we've got no staff. Oh dear. This is a request from City Hall. So not only are we not firing any black officers, now we're letting people drown. This is going really well. We're going to be in the good books with the mayor, aren't we?
We've got a situation here.
Okay, so at the scene of the robbery, where we've sent 3 officers and a SWAT team, the shop has 2 exits, from which a few people have already fled. Enter the store through the main entrance, sneak up to the back door, drive a patrol car through the front window. Shock and awe tactics. It's a bit extreme, but hey, we're in America. It works for me. Shock and awe. Straight through the window. Boozoosh! But we don't even know it's a robbery yet, do we? We don't even know it's a robbery yet. It could be just a guy with a stocking fetish. We don't know it's a robbery yet. We do thousands of pounds worth of damage, and it's a false call. Can you imagine that? We're going in, boys! Oh, hi. Oh, right. You're not robbing the place. Okay, I see. Right. You just regularly walk around with a stocking on your head. You know what? We've already ticked City Hall off. People are drowning because we're understaffed. Black officers on the street despite the protests. What's a few £1,000s worth of damage to a shop? Drive through, boys! Drive through the window! Shock and awe! Shock and awe! The stick-up man... It is a robbery, you see. We knew it was a robbery. The stick-up man noticed the police presence and took the cashier hostage. He was holding his gun to the hostage's head, shouting, "Back off, or I'll blow his goddamn face off!" Meanwhile, the cashier is yelling in an unknown language. Okay. Oh my god, this game is bad. This game is worse than bloody Not Tonight. Just silently take aim. Oh god, is that going to be too slow? Is that too slow? If we kind of silently take aim, is he going to see us taking it? It's like a SWAT team there. There's a SWAT team there, and there's 3 officers. We keep him talking, blah, blah, yeah, but okay, no. Whilst one person sort of around the side, take aim, and then, boof, pop him off. Telling him to shut his face is not going to work, surely. I'm not going to insult the shopkeeper. Yeah. Silently take aim. The robber grows visibly nervous. Oh, this is quite a saga, this. This is quite the saga. If the robber grows visibly nervous, please don't shoot, I just need the money. I'll just take a little bit and go. No one was hurt. The cashier begins to cry. So we've got a crying cashier, we've got a crying robber. Oh, no, I'm just poor, I just need a bit of money from the till. I just need something from my piggy bank. Shoot the robber. Oh my god. Look, this is the way my regime is working, right? This is the way my regime is working. And I'm sorry, you go in there. I don't care if you're robbing a Snickers bar, if you're robbing the petty cash, if you're robbing the goddamn safe. You've gone in there with a gun, you're holding the poor cashier hostage. It's game over. It's game over. There's public life at risk. Shoot him dead!
910B complete.
Boom! Beautiful. One dead robber. Everybody comes out safe, and civilian is a quivering mess, but is alive. We don't negotiate with armed robbers. We shoot them dead. Very good. What's this? Robbery. An antique Chinese necklace was stolen from Bao Lang when she was on the way to the pawn shop. Unfortunately, me rather foolishly have taken the previous officers off the case, put a new set of officers on the case for the murder, and now I have no officers left for this case. So I'm sorry, your little antique Chinese robbery. It's going to have to go unanswered for now. Unless we can take one officer off this case, remove him from the case, and do one on each.
212 in progress.
Oh, okay. We'll get to the investigation in a second. Okay, right. So, destruction of property, gallery of modern art, a gallery exhibition entitled "Sex Operation." A gang of young people in ski masks forced their way in and began smashing the exhibit, shouting, "We don't need this shit in our city!" Space for 5 officers. We have 2 available. I didn't mean to click on this. Can we close this and wait? Nobody's getting back in time here. Nobody is getting back in time. Nobody's getting back in time. We're going to have to send 2 officers. This is very risky. Send 2 officers to a destruction of property. How on earth do we either send 2 officers to a potentially dangerous job, risk of them getting killed, or we'll turn the job down? Oh my god, I don't want dead officers. 2 officers is going to be... I mean, it might just end up with people escaping. We'll try it. Oh my god, hellfire. Oh, hellfire. Right. Investigations. Let's take a look at this homicide. Apparently we need to jiggle the details around. Right, so what is this? Aha! There we go. Sequence completed. So Travis Horton is a known racist who has already had several previous convictions. We can now close the case. So it's car, gun, and then drugstore. Drugstore after that? How did that work? I don't know. But anyway. The detectives have information on the whereabouts of the suspect. Sometimes there might be a number of locations to choose from. Oh my god. Oh gosh, here we go. So we've got to now locate the suspect. Probably send the boys in blue in. Send the bobbies in. Right, let's have a look. So there might be a number of 2 locations. So you've got here. That's the robbery. Oh, this is the port warehouse in terms of the murder. And this is there's some countryside issues. Okay, so this is port warehouses. To carry out the arrest, 2 officers must escort the lead investigator to apprehend the suspect. If the lead investigator is not on duty, The arrest will have to wait, but remember that fugitives won't sit patiently until your schedule clears. Okay, so the lead investigator is Beasley. He needs officers to support him, but we don't have any at the moment. Okay, I'm beginning to see we probably need some more officers at some quite soon. It's getting rather busy. Also remember that criminals will react in different ways. A frightened thief is likely to surrender as soon as the game is up. A brutal killer might want to see just how many he can take with him. With more dangerous criminals, it's safer to send experienced officers and even the SWAT team if you see fit. So, we've got Samadhi and Birch. Oh, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good. I mean, Birchie with his little headache. But we don't... we don't have a SWAT team available either. So... we can actually wait, can't we? We can wait. We don't have to do this now. And SWAT might return. Do we know anything about Travis Horton? I mean, he shot somebody dead, so, I mean, he's probably dangerous. Let's wait for our officers to come back. What are we doing here? Everybody's coming back.
12 complete.
Right, we've got a countryside thingamabobs going on here. So, Jack. So, Jack, this year, the organisers of the Golden Beast Hunt suddenly changed the rules of the annual shooting contest. It now features teams instead of single competitors. Can you send me 2 of your finest marksmen? I'd really love to do well in the competition. Right, we're gonna send good old Birchie with his dizzy spells. Give him, relying on him to be a marksman is not gonna end well. But we'll send them. We'll send them. Right, here we go. Stovall and Robbins, our 2 best officers that we have available, are going to go with the lead officer Beasley to apprehend the homicide suspect. We've used SWAT. You might be able to. I think you might only be able to use SWAT once a day, possibly. Okay, so off they tootle. And now time for a new investigation in the antique theft. Get Mosser on the case. Phew, right, destruction of property. Offender escaped. Fight. Offenders escaped. But he's a racist. Exactly. So sending black officers to take him down will really, really wrangle, won't it? He'll love it. He'll love it. I'll call it justice. Double justice. Okay, let's have a look what's going on. Right, okay, so 2 failed missions there, not good.
211 in progress.
Vandalism at Atticus Tower. Okay, so we have vandalism. A guard went out for a smoke and saw a teenager writing obscenities on the wall of the building. I chased the brat up a tree. You can take it from here. Oh, it's one person. It's one person. He's one person up a tree. Bit of vandalism. Easy job, easy job. We'll send Samadhi in on his own. We're only going to send the 1 officer here. So here we go. Got clues to the robbery, which we'll read when we get the frames. But that's off and going. Report. We did it! Boyd, we won! That Ernest really knows a lot about shooting. Even taught us a thing or two. He invited us out hunting to celebrate the victory, so we'll be taking a day off. We deserve it. You'll both be taking a day off? You only had a bit of a victory in a shooting competition. It's not hardly worth celebrating and taking a day bloody off. What's going on? But they've improved their shooting skills. Homicide report, offender caught, arrested by 2 black officers, the racist. I call that justice. I call that justice. Well done, lads. Well done. They got 55 XP. And look at that. He's now 75, right down from 10. That's pretty good, isn't it? Well done. And good old Stovall, still on the job, still shining, still showing how it's done. We've pulled this day around. We've got off to a bad start. Cases, offenders fleeing left and right, but we've managed to put out the fire, just about. And the day is almost done. Samedi, last man on the job. Never leave the shift with your officers still on the case.
211 complete.
A good chief is the last one out the door. See everyone back home safe first. Fender escaped. Jumped out the tree, off like a whippet. Samedi was left nowhere. Get to the gym, pal. That's what I say to you. Get to the gym. Alright, day done. Let's wait for everybody to refresh, and then we shall check out the roster for Team A. We have space, I think, for one more officer. We'll get a feel for who's shining and who's not shining. Alright, so we've got Stovall. Bear with me a second, folks. It's raining outside again. Da 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 da. I have to sort this webcam out. I don't know why it's doing this all of a sudden. Okay. La 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 la. Right, let's check our officers out. So Stovall, he has done 3 good jobs and he has failed none, and he's apprehended a racist suspect. So he is in line for our first promotion. Very good job. We've got Officer Austin, who has failed 1 and successful 2. She was successful in the shooting competition, but that's not work related. Not really. Officer Robbins has successfully brought down a racist, but failed 2 assignments, so a bit hit and miss with him. Van Dahl failed 3 assignments, only successful once. No promotions for you. Samadi let a vandal out of a tree run off. No promotions for you. Officer Grant, 1 and 1. Can't remember what job she went to, but she's not impressing. Officer Birch, he improved quite a lot. We'll keep an eye on him. Another bit of improvement, and we may consider a promotion for a morale boost. You know, morale boost him up a bit. But he did try to pull a sickie, so he can't have one today. So the only officer today that's going to get a promotion is Officer Stovall. So if we're comparing the 2 teams, Shift B, good officers, got the old Purdy, and you've got this thinking one, and you've got a couple of other good ones. Here, not feeling Shift A. Certainly not the A team. You know, B.A. Brackus, Big Van, it's none of that going on. More like damp squibs, you know. We need to work on this team. We need to work on it. So Stovall is in line for a promotion. Everybody else, is going to have to pull their finger out. Right, looks like tomorrow's going to be a long day. More like the first of a lot of long days. There's just too much going on. Piles of work, apparently. Whatever that means. Where's my promotions? Yeah, I didn't get any promotions last time either, did I? Have I dished out my promotions too willy-nilly? I thought you got one at the end of every day. Do you get one? Do you get 2 a week? It's 2 a week. It's 2 a week. Ah, right. 2 a week. Yeah. Misread that little minor detail. So we've given a promotion to Kotri. We've given a promotion to Yancey. I would have given a promotion to Yancey anyway because, you know, definitely 100% deserved the promotion after what he had to endure, and he came out, you know, as a hero. Kochi throwing water on some strippers, or Stovall bringing down a racist as a black officer. I think I would have preferred to have given it to Stovall, but all that means is we'll just keep him in line for next week. A belated promotion. There's only one person in Shift 8 that's getting a bloody promotion. That's Stovall at the minute, but we'll see. Yeah, we could do it. We could do it on a weekly, but that's a good idea. We could, you know, focus on different shifts a week. So yeah, Shift B started out with the promotions. Shift A next week. Yeah, Stovall is knackered now. Look at him. He's tired. He needs a day off. How do you give? Can you give him days off? Order to work. Order to work. Order to work. Order to work. Okay. Did it automatically? Strange. Oh, so Shift B. So Shift B are working tomorrow, but you can order the Shift A officers to work overtime on the different team. So double shifting. So how many officers we got on this team? Everybody's there. Everyone is full of beans. No tiredness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Full contingent. No reason to ask people to work overtime. Nah, we're fine. Okay, let's go. Day 6. According to Dr. Eleonora Waterbury, Thomas Blaine has a new form of schizophrenia. Mayor Rogers, not afraid of competition. And Thomas Blaine, pregnant woman killer, sent to mental hospital. Oh dear, right. Yeah. Got a rust
Mr.
bucket.
Boyd, there was a man here earlier. He left you this.
A man? What man? Who let him on this floor?
I don't know. I've never seen him before. I asked him his name, but he just ignored me. He was talking on a big telephone, you know, one of those portables. He gave me this envelope and left.
Damn. Okay, let's see about this.
Oh, we knew it was happening. Look at
The
that.
photo could have been doctored, of course. But Sand doesn't go in for cheap theatrics. Kendrick is dead. His family is dead. And they probably died slowly and painfully. But Sand's got a bigger game. He's not trying to frighten me. He's just trying to clue me in on the facts. I didn't agree to work for him on my own. So now they're just going to insist. Boyd.
Good morning, Jack. I believe you just received my message.
Who am I speaking with?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forget some people don't recognize my voice. But I assure you, Jack, if I was sitting right there in front of you, you'd have no trouble recognizing me. Like I was a member of your family. Even better than a wife, perhaps. A wife can betray you. No man is immune.
I don't talk to people who don't tell me their names.
Oh, Jack, don't be so childish. You're too old to run away from strangers. Yes, we both are. And in our old age, friendship becomes rare and all the more precious. But of course, we must work with new people and find out new names. So if you insist, Jack, let us formally meet. Hello, Jack Boyd. I'm Christopher Sand.
Wonderful, Mr. Sand. And what is it you do for a living?
Oh, you'll soon find out all about that. Well, you'll learn much more than a simple policeman could ever expect. You're a simple policeman no longer, Jack. Don't turn off your phone. You start today.
Slams the phone.
8 in 10. It's been my go-to principle since my first day on the job. I've got to let my colleagues hush up what they need to, 2 out of 10 times, so that they'll help me with the remaining 8. 80 out of 100, 800 out of 1,000. I'm proud of those statistics. It's not so bad for Freeburg, right? But now I just officially became a Mafia whore. I'm supposed to be fearing for my life, for the lives of my wife and children. But the only thing I can think, what's gonna happen to 8 and 10?
Oh dear. Things are getting serious. So you can almost argue that we let our former colleague now, as he is, and his family die for nothing because we're going to be working with the damn man anyway. Heads on a chandelier. Not the kind of decoration I would choose, but hey ho, each to their own taste. Shift B, it's the creme de la creme shift. The shift of people that can do their job. So somebody moved shifts, right? I can't remember. But team of fine officers, fine specimens. Birch. Okay. I mean, he's got to put a smile on his face. Customer service and all that, you know? Bit of jazz. Here we go. Sweet ginger green, baby. Oh, here we go. City Hall on the phone. Please be advised that we are unhappy with the efficiency of the Freeburg PD. We're cutting the department's budget. Really? You can't really cut what you don't have. The budget was despicable to start with. What's a cut of despicable? You lose one job slot. Removing an occupied slot will automatically fire an employee. Oh no. This is because we didn't fire the black police officers. I have my morals. One officer loses his job because of this, and it's coming from. It can come from any shift. Sweet, sweet ginger green. He's a miserable swine. He's a miserable sod. We could let go of a detective. Ginger green. You're like, get rid of Birch, he's miserable, he's old, he's crap. Sweet, sweet ginger green. Do do doodly do. Do 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 do. Okay. How do we Is he gone? Have we made our choice? See ya, Birchie. Whoop! We got some new boys and girls in town. PC Platonic. Look Look at her, she's a sergeant major. So we've got one cop slot available. Is he definitely fired? I don't understand what's going on here. I'm confused. There was an empty slot, so what should I have done? I don't understand. Birch was rubbish. Birch was rubbish. Right, we can hire somebody apparently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think this would be Shift A. Shift A need a helping hand. Poor old Stovall is carrying the team. He needs somebody to back him up. Another officer, strong officer to lead the troops. So PC Platonic. Come on down to Shift A. Oh, we've got a space in Shift B as well because we're just firing Birch, right? No, Shift A needs it. Wait a second. Wait a second. This is confusing the flipping hell out of me. Shift B are losing Birch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to have only 7 cops on Shift B. But they've got a nice mix. They might be able to cope for the time being. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've got to have an 8 and a 7 because we've lost a slot. Right. So we need to put this officer on Shift A. Shift A is the weaker shift. It's the weaker shift. It's going to have to go on A. Shift A, yeah. So Shift A. Right, so Birch is gone. He won't be replaced because we're losing the slot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've got to 7 officers on B. But on Shift A, we were already 1 down from something, right? We must have been already 1 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then officer... Hey, wait a minute. There's Birch. And there's Birch Jr. I've only just noticed that. I've only just noticed that. Oh, could we be really harsh and fire son and father? Oh, that would be harsh. That would be terribly harsh. Father and son, boom, fired. No income for any of that. Oh my god, that is so bad. That is so bad. We'd have to fire him illegally because he's not too old yet. He's the junior version, so no, we're not going to fire him. We're not going to fire him. We ain't going to fire him. We're not going to do it illegally. City Hall. You have to wait 5 days between requests. Yeah. Okay, so in terms of our affairs then, we've got a new officer coming on to Team A. Team B is losing Birchie because we're cut numbers because of our refusal to do what the City Hall has said. Let's crack on with the day job. Back on with the day job. City Hall, fire all black cops. Jack, you swore an oath to serve the city. If you can't keep your promises, we won't keep ours. However, because we're utterly stupid, we have double standards. Even though you didn't fire all the black cops and we're cutting your budget, the money you're saving from your budget, we'll stick it in your pay packet instead. Well, thank you very much. Almost seems like a bit of a backhander. That seems quite bad. Did they come up with a deal? Do you know what? Make it look like, you know, we're cutting your budget, but what instead, it's going to go into your back pocket. You know, a bit of shady business here. Bit of shady business. Police chief, what are you doing? Attempted murder at the Sugar Dream Confectionery, of all places. Okay, so a young employee at the factory got into a fight with the manager and he's trying to push him into a vat of boiling chocolate. What a way to go. What a way to go. Nobody's missed a day and nobody has failed 3 missions. Is it failed 3 in a row? I'm not sure. I'll have to check at the end of this. We'll save Birchie. We'll save Birchie for one of those missions where you send him off to help somebody. We won't. That's what we'll do with him. So it's a murder. It's attempt murder. It's a fight. It's a fight. Whenever there's a fight going on, there's only one woman for the job. It's good old Purdy. If she's successful here with this job, I think she might get promoted. Oh, it's only 2 a week, isn't it? We've got to be careful with our promotions. And we'll send her with. Asano's been a good apprentice so far. She's been a good apprentice. See if she can pick. She's picked up a bit of tricks from Kochi last time out. Now she's going to pick up a bit of tricks from Purdy. So hopefully Asano will be well rounded. She'll have the fighting skills from Purdy's side and she'll have the brains from Kochi. So she might be a super cop. You never know. So Asano and Purdy going in hot. City Hall. So that's just a shortcut to get to your different locations. Slow day in the office today, folks. We can smoke our cigar, put our feet up. Purdy! Give me a report, Purdy! Give me a report, Purdy! I'm sat here waiting. Fender court, officers unarmed. Purdy on the case. Rugby tackled him. Boom! Almost rolled into the chocolate herself, but she just managed to stop herself on the edge. Teetering on the edge she was. Asano pulled her back. So Asano's learning. She's learning from both Purdy and Kochi. She's doing well. Asano the apprentice, she's learning some tricks of the trade. So we're going to send her out. I think what we're going to do is we're going to send Asano out with Purdy and Kochi and no one else. She's like learning off both of them. So she's sort of assigned to those two. We're going to try and mould her to be a super cop. Good old Purdy, we'll have a good old rugby tackler Purdy. Took no prisoners there. We'll just let the day ticking by. Double whiskey, double scotch on the rocks. 3 officers required for a carjacking. Now anything to do with cars has a very strong resonance with us after the last job that involved a carjacking or similar. So we're going to be very careful here. Parking lot attendant Dylan Burns reports seeing a teenager walking between cars, trying handles in hopes of finding an unlocked vehicle. Before the attendant could approach him, the teenager found an unlocked door and shut himself inside. A few seconds later, the team drove shrieking from the parking lot. Greatly exceeding the speed limit, he fled towards a suburb. No weapons involved. No weapons. So, I mean, do we send in Yancey? Bit of tough love, is he suffering from a bit of sort of post-traumatic stress disorder? I can't go near cars anymore. Jobs that involve. No, we can't have him doing that. We need to beat it out of him, back into a carjacking job. So Yancey's off again, back on the case. We're going to give him Alejandro and Brock. Good old lippy Brock. Who's an alcoholic? He's not an alcoholic. Who was the alcoholic in the team? Spain was the alcoholic, I think, if I remember rightly. So good old Lippy. Her nickname's Lippy. PC Lippy. Alejandro is called Loopy. The Loopy earrings. So we've got Loopy and Lippy. Dynamic duo. Going with Yancey. Taking on a carjacking suspect. Do we need 3? Do we need 3? Yeah, just for support for Yancey, I think we'd better take 3. Just for this one job. Just to get him back on track. Lippy and Loopy on the case. Let's have a look at Purdy. Kochi. 3-0. 3-0. Oh, that's our thinker. Thinker Kochi. Send her to the thinking jobs. Spain. Was she the alcoholic, Spain? Because she's not an alcoholic now. I wonder. Yancey. Asano. 4 successfuls and 1 failure. Brock. Alejandro. I'm sure it was Spain. Maybe Spain's finished drinking. Hostage situation. Hostage situation. Weeping child's called in. Someone is holding him against his will. They won't let me go outside. They torture me and bully me. I don't think I can keep going. I want to go outside and see Pete. Now this could be a bit of a surmise on my part, but it sounds to me not a hostage situation, but a child that has been disciplined and he's trying to get back at his parents. That's what it sounds like to me. So I'm not going to send Kochi in. Don't want to send her there. It's a false call. False call. So we'll send 3. We'll send 3. Birch doesn't really count as an officer, you see, so we'll just send him anyway. It's not. This is definitely. I'd put 6 poker chips on this being a fake call.
Looks like we have a situation here.
Oh no! The carjacking scene. The carjacking. In his panic, Yancey is on the blower to the old chief. Wants advice. He's a bit nervous after last time. Oh, what do I do, boss? What do I do? What do I do? Overtake him. Take him into custody. Bit of a pit manoeuvre. Catch up and open fire? No. Overtake and block the road? No. 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 We're going to ram him off the road. Bit of a pit manoeuvre. Perfect. Come on, Yancey. Come on, you can do it, son. Don't take any prisoners. You don't want to block the road. What if he rams into you and kills you all? No. Get behind him, tap his wheels, boom, and send him spinning. Job done.
113
Yancey's done it. He's done it. He's led the team. His pit manoeuvre was successful. The car did a couple of flips, and the little oink came crawling out. Held his hands up as the guns were drawn. No problem at all. Beautiful. And Yancey feeling a bit more confident about himself. Face your fears, Yancey. He faced them and he succeeded. Well done. That promotion was not in vain. Good job, Yancey. That's what we like to see. Very good. Yeah, not much crime today. It's like in real life. Some days are busy, some days tumbleweed. Oh, the Sands need help apparently. The Sands. Oh, the Sands are the Mafia people. Jack, we're dealing with a moron who refuses to repay his debts. Says that the police will protect him. I think it's time we show him whose side the police are on. From Christopher Sand. Now we have to send one of our 2 officers who we really, really like, or we could flat out refuse to help this criminal overlord. I'm thinking we refuse. Who does this man think he is, that we are going to jump to his tune? and perform like a flipping seal? I don't think so. No. Is this unwise? I don't know, but I just do not wish to dance to this man's tune. Our family. Okay, we have kids, which is an issue. If it was just our wife, she can go to hell. She's cheated on us. He may kill someone. Oh boy. Oh, come on. Well, it's a job for Purdy then, isn't it? If we're going to send somebody, we're going to have to send Purdy. She's the bruiser. She's the thinker. We've seen what he did to our previous colleague. Yeah, we're just roughing up. We're just roughing up a moron. It's nothing too serious, nothing too, you know, corrupt at the moment. Just a bit of roughing of some feathers. It's fine. Purdy, got a mission for you. Keep it under your hat though, right? We're just gonna give a bit of an elbow in the ribs to somebody. You don't mind, do you? I might even give you a day off if you do it for me. You know what I mean? I don't like giving in to criminal overlords. If he had no kids and no wife, I'd be telling him to get stuffed. Oh, my lights are going on. Hostage situation. What did I tell you? What did I flipping tell you? Right, I've doubled my chips. Joseph Lowry's mother wouldn't let him go play until he ate all his broccoli. So we're going to give him a stern telling off about ringing the police and making false reports. You naughty little child. You've had 3 officers come to your door when people are getting murdered on the street. What's wrong with you? The Rubinovich Casino. We received a call from an angry casino patron. He claims that one of the casino girls that was hanging around his table lifted his wallet, which was carrying a couple of $1,000 in cash and several credit cards. Casino security shoved him outside saying he was drunk, but the man isn't giving up so easily. Where's good old Purdy when you need her? Right. This might be a job where a bit of a gift of the gab might be able to help. She might be able to talk him down. It's not necessarily going to resort to violence, this. So we're going to take Kotri to talk some sense into this drunk, which is very difficult to talk sense into drunk people. They don't tend to have logical reasoning. And we're going to go and take Lippy with her as well, because Lippy, you know, Lippy as well. She might be able to talk us. So there's 2 talkers to talk this man down. We can spare 2 officers. We've got loads coming back. It's not a busy day, so we can afford the officers. How's our investigation looking? We've got no frames. I'm going to add another detective to this case. I'm going to go for an underling. So he's a lead. In fact, could we change the lead? We can't change the lead now, I don't think. So Armstrong is coming on the case to help out Moser. See if we can get some speed to this. Got no frames yet. Report, please. Report, please. Report, please. What's going on? What's going on at the casino? City Centre assault with a deadly weapon. Purdy's coming back. Purdy's coming back. Purdy's coming. There, she's back. She's back. Wait a minute. Purdy's back. Gift of the gab. Gift of the gab. I told you, didn't I? Send the 2 talkers. Drunk was talked down. He was talked down. Good old Kotri. He even managed to get a drunk man to see reason. Made him understand that he hadn't had his money pinched. He just miscounted it. Oh yes, I did. Oh, bloody so foolish of me. Thank you, officer, for sparing me. She didn't, you know, we're just going to give you a night in the cells to cool off. That's it. All right, come on. Come on, hot chocolate and full breakfast. They always wanted a full... In the cells where we used to work, they used to do hot chocolate. They used to love the hot chocolate, the criminals, and the all-day breakfast. Because you get little really rubbish, little microwavable meal things to feed them, you know. And it was the all-day breakfast was the favourite. So, you know, hot chocolate, all-day breakfast, sleep off your drunkenness, you'd be out in the morning with a ticket. And he fell for it. He came quietly like a little mouse. Oh, you can actually ignore it if you think it's a prank call. Well, yeah, we could ignore it, but I would always want to find out just for sure, you know, just to be certain. See you later, Christopher. Thanks for coming. So we got city centre assault with a deadly weapon. We've got enough officers to deal with this now, so let's get on the case. We can't take the SWAT, but assault with a deadly weapon. At a parking lot. We should have maybe waited for Kochi to come back. Can we wait? Can we wait? I'll tell you who I'm sending to this job. Boys and girls. Oh, look, it's the late shift. Look at that, it's a different time. We used to finish at 9 o'clock. So we're on the late shift. Right, I'm taking a mixture for this one. A parking lot exit, a security guard stopped a suspicious-looking van and asked to check the driver's membership card. The female driver reached casually into the glove compartment and pulled out a gun and opened fire. As you do. You know, as you do. You just ask for your membership card and you just pull out a gun and start shooting. Must have been having a bad day. But this requires proficiency. This is a dangerous job. So we need the thinker to do the planning. We need the bruiser. It's not a fight. No, what we don't need but we need our best cops on it. Yancey, Spain, and we'll go Loopy. So we got Loopy, Spain, Yancey, and we've got to have the thinker. We've got to have this. This is a very dangerous situation. We need somebody to plan the operation. So we're sending all of the officers, 4 of 4, to get the job done. Probably going to involve some decision making. See you later, Alex. Ooh, you got 3 new frames. Detective Moser. Shall we have a look at the investigation? I mean, do we need to look at the investigation? Can we just, like, guess it? So let's have a look. So, Mrs. Liang, robbery. Bao Liang, the victim. Me and my husband got into a difficult financial situation and I was going to pawn an antique necklace which has been in my family for many centuries. As I was carrying the necklace to the pawn shop, someone ripped the bag from my shoulder and disappeared. I didn't have time to do anything, not even cry out. It looks like you're bloody opening fire to me, love. Looks like she's trying to shoot back. She's trying to tell us porkies. Mr. Fisherman. Mr. Fishman. The offender was on a motorcycle. He drove down the road, grabbed the bag, and then escaped. I tried to race after him, but I didn't even have the time to see if it was a man or a woman. Oh, so look, we've got different offenders. We've got offender in red, offender in dirty clothes, dirty vest thing. I couldn't see his face, but he was dressed in a jacket, like those other bikers who hang around on the street corners. Okay, so someone says he's dressed in a jacket. Someone ripped the bag and disappeared. Okay, so the general consensus is he grabbed the bag pretty quickly. Dressed in a jacket. Not a local biker. They are bald and have beards. But this guy looks Asian. So he looks Japanese Asian. He's got a jacket on. This is probably not this guy. This guy's a suspect. I didn't see a weapon in his hands. I just saw him grab her bag and ride off. So this one seems to be wrong. And this one seems to be wrong. So we need more frames. I don't know what time our shift finishes today. Does it tell us what time the shift finishes? Do 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 do.
Officer on scene. Looks like we have a situation here.
Okay, so this is the big one, guys. This is the big one. We have the perpetrator, assault with a deadly weapon, some random mad woman who was asked for her membership card has pulled out a gun, and now we're caught up with it. 4 officers. Shoot the tyres, try to ram it off the road, use the bullhorn in order to stop the van. Shoot the tyres. No brainer, shoot the tyres. The van takes a sharp turn and crashes through the window of a sex shop. A woman exits the vehicle, grabs the shop attendant and puts the gun to his head. Throw a rubber sex doll at the assailant. Let go of that man right now, or shoot him in the head. Out of the 4 people available, one of them is bound to be a crack shot. And you know what the situation is when it comes to people taking hostages. We don't parley, we don't fanny about, we just get the job done. One of the 4 are about to take a shot. No, it's not in fitting, is it? It's not in fitting. It's not in fitting with who's turned up. It's not in fitting. Kochi is the thinker. She's the talker. She's going to try and parlay. She's not going to just shoot in the head. No, it's not her style. She's going to parlay. Let the man go right now. She's obviously unhinged, this woman. She's a bit stupid, but she's something wrong with her. You don't pull a gun out on somebody when they ask for a membership card. You know, it's just silly. Something's wrong with her. Husband's cheating on her. She's flipped out. She's going to try and talk her down.
412.
And she talked her down! Look at that! Good old Kochi strikes again. Oh, she's excellent. I love her. Good old Kochi. She's a flipping card, isn't she? She's pulled a I mean, there's other officers there as well, but she's the leader. She's the one that's orchestrated it all, planned it all out, talked her down. She was in floods of tears in the end. She was floods of tears, and it was ironic that after her husband had cheated on her, which has caused her to flip in a moment of madness, after coming out of the gym, she forgot her membership card. Security guard asked her for it. She's flipped out. She didn't have it. She panicked. She pulled out a gun, as you do, because she was robbed 2 weeks earlier. She's carrying self-protection now. You know, husband's cheated on me, you silly bastard. And she's driven off, got into us, and she ended up in the sex shop. Rather ironically, she took a couple of items in her bag as she was arrested. Anyway, there you go. Bless her. Bless her heart. End of the day. I mean, what on earth has happened here? I mean, what? Quiet day in the office. Quiet day in the office. All officers, we must be finishing at 3. 3 o'clock finish. Shift done. Shift done. Everybody's home safe. Did we even fail a mission today? Kochi. 5 successful, no failures. Nanami Kochi. Purdy. 3 for 1. Good old bruiser. We like her. Yancey, back on the horse. Overcome his fears. We like him as well. Spain, 2 from 0. She's steady. I'm sure she was the alcoholic one. She can't have turned it round that quickly, surely. Asano, the apprentice. Learning tricks of the trade from Kochi and Purdy. She's doing a damn good job. Alejandro, good old Loopy. Still got to wait for her to show her true colours. She's just a bit in the background at the moment, but she's doing well. 2 successes, no failures. Brock, Lippy, great big little smirk on her face. She's doing a good job as well. But again, she just needs to come into her own. She's been overshadowed by the more competent officers at the moment, but she's been very well. And look at that, Officer Birch. 2 failed assignments. Miserable face. Old man. It's time for him to say goodbye. Time to say goodbye. It's inevitable, mate. You look like you're hating the job. Go join bloody Officer What's-Her-Face in the club. She's loving life. 85 and rocking it at the dance floor. After hours. Right. I think he's going anyway, isn't he? Isn't this the slot that's getting removed as a result of the what do you call it? As a result of the cost-cutting exercise. So at the end of the day, I mean, these guys are tired, but I'm not doing anything with them, so I don't know what's happening. Right. So the next shift, we can order people to work tomorrow. So let's have a look at the shift A. Shift A are getting a new recruit. Oh, there she is. Look, she's turned up. She's turned up for the job. Bright-eyed, Bristol-fashioned, and she's ready. PC Platonic. PC Plod. The way it says PC makes me think she's come from England. She's come from England. These are officers. Officer, you know, American officer such and such, officer such and such. She's transferred from England. She's formerly PC Platonic, police constable in the good old Blighty, but she's come across, transferred across. She's now joined the American force, and she's come to share her experience of British policing at their more conservative style with the rest of the delegates here. So don't expect her to go pit manoeuvring cars. Don't expect her to go shooting people through the eyeballs in a hostage situation. She's bringing a touch of Britishness to Shift B. We'll see how she gets on. Day 7. Rogers is responsible for Freeburg PD breakdown. Mayor Rogers displeased with police department. Mayor Rogers, I will bring order to the police station. I think it's safe to say from the press today, as we're sipping on our Earl Grey, is Mayor Rogers is not happy with us. Oh dear. As if we give a crap. We're retiring soon. Okay.
The people of Freeburg have built up a tolerance for the petty horrors of modern life. You'll never see crowds gathering around a beaten passerby. Folks rarely even slow to gawk at a car accident. And street theft doesn't turn heads anymore. Been a long time since people got worked up about stuff like that. So when I ran into a troubled crowd on the way to work, I knew there was something serious going on. Something bad enough to knock these people out of their daily rhythm. And we're talking about people who would step over a corpse if it was blocking the door to the coffee shop. But apparently all it takes is a bunch of leaflets, or spreading broken glass across Main Street, or releasing a couple of hundred rats in the ice arena. The mysterious figure taking responsibility for these strange acts goes by the alias Robespierre. Nobody knows who he is, what he wants, or what all this adds up to, from the buckets of lard spread on the sidewalk to the front door of City Hall covered with ostrich feathers. But this strange cross between childhood pranks and cheap theatrics has got the people all worked up. Everyone understands when some Freeburg crook satisfies the basic human need to rob and kill. But when someone steals a lion from the local zoo and locks him in a cell below the courthouse, the people start asking questions. Myself, I kinda like this Robespierre. It's not just the pranks he's pulling or his green bull's head emblem. I just like his funny nickname. Robespierre? Really? Who does that make me? The Marquis de Lantenac? I don't think so. In the old books about revolutions, I fancy myself the old gunner who goes off to war with a bag of damp powder. Or maybe the innkeeper who tops up the beer kegs with mop water. It's something to think about.
So we have a bit of a joker on the loose, by the looks of it, playing all kinds of pranks. Martin Stett is our new deputy. I don't need a deputy, thanks. I'm quite self-sufficient in dealing with my own staff. Unless we're going to delegate all the crappy tasks to him, you know, file my papers, buff my shoes, prepare my tea, that kind of thing. Yeah, that's what you can do. And keep your mouth shut. Yeah. What? No, don't do this to me, Stovall. Don't you even do this to me. You are my chief officer on Shift B. I know what's happened here. I know exactly. He's jealous. He's jealous. He's been the team leader, far more competent than any other officer on team, and he's now taken umbrage with the fact that another officer has been tasked with assisting with that sort of mentor role. He's a bit jealous. And not only that, she's British, she's English. He's not happy with it. He's not happy. Dear Stovall, we're going to have a talking. We're going to have to talk to you, mate. We can't have this going on. Technically speaking, we could sack him now, legally. Stardew Valley. Chickens need hay to grow. Really? I thought they could eat grass, and I'll have to research that separately. But I thought I read they could eat grass, and they prefer grass. Very strange. Anyway, I'll look into that, definitely. We can't have chickens that are not laying eggs, can we? Right, so this team is still a bit too weak for my liking. So if anybody else wants to play any silly games, no, chickens can eat grass. I know, I've seen them eating the grass. I've seen them eating it. 100% sure on that. 100% sure on that. I've definitely seen it. It's almost tea time, folks. After this stream, tea time. Stardew Valley mug still sat there waiting for me. Anyway, we'll get back onto this game. Slight change of game there. Yeah, this team still needs a bit of brushing up. It's compared to the B shift, this is weak. Weak. We need to sack a couple of people. So we can bring, because we've got a list of new recruits chomping at the bit to start who are looking quite proficient. Right. So, let's have a look at these guys. Shift A. None of these people standing out for me. Let's get started. Yes, so. Enjoy your day off, son. Buying a new hat, were you? Just watch it. Just watch it. Just watch it, pal. New records, yes, can be obtained as a gift or a thank you for your service. But why wait when you can refill your collection now? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. How? Catalogue! In the Ulrich's List catalogue, you can always find a rich assortment at the lowest possible prices. Pre-order and save. Oh, hell yeah. I'm not going to know any of these songs. Cariolan Overture by Beethoven, bit of classical. Clarinet Sugar by Bob Barnard. This Train by Turk Murphy. If there's anything I recognise, I'm buying it. Temptation Blues by Turk Murphy. Snag It by Len Bernard. Chime In by John Sangster. That sounds quite jazzy. Oh look, these are on discount. Late Hour by Piers Pickering. Barrelhouse Jazz Band. Oh, it's very expensive though. Octopus. And end of book. Right, we're going to buy one record here. Got to buy one. I'm going to go with, and it's got to be a track that's on special offer, hasn't it? Because we're saving a bit of coin, and everyone loves a bargain. So I'm going to go with Chime In by John Sangster. Oh yeah. July 31st! I want it now! I want it now! Oh, these are the pre-order. No. Oh, I've already ordered it. Okay. So these, I think, are available now. They were available on pre-order. So if you pre-order them, you get a discount. Well, I want a new one now. So we're going to have to now buy Clarinet Sugar. Yeah. Yeah. Good. So we'll have a bit of clarinet. That's not a clarinet sound, but you know what I mean. What's this? Clarinet Sugar. Put it on, baby. Play that tune. The Mafia can offer you some very interesting services. This is the last day, day 7, end of week 1. This is the last day of the stream. Let's enjoy it to some clarinet music. So, interesting services from the Mafia. You're practically a member of the family now, so it will hardly cost you a thing. This is where the corruption begins to weave its way into the veins of the police chief, is it? The headset I have is pretty old. I got it about 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, so it's probably no longer in production, but it's Sennheiser's PC363D, I think is the model number. But I've had them for 5 years and they've gone everywhere with me. They've gone on holiday with me. Use them here. They're sturdy. Sound quality is good. Can't fault them. This kind of music reminds me of Fallout. This kind of chilled out 60s style music. It's probably even earlier than the 60s maybe. But yeah, it reminds me of Fallout. Very Fallout-esque. So what services are we being offered by the Mafia then? Funeral. Oh no, affairs. So we got the City Hall, we know about that, asking for stuff. Police station, managing the roster. And now, the Sands. The old Mafia. The Sands services. Crime Trap. The Mafia will falsify a special crime in progress report. And all the officers who arrive at the scene will be killed. We are never doing that. Never. I don't care if we've got full of incompetent morons. We are not doing that. Never. Investigation Trap. The Mafia will falsify a special investigation and the detective who arrives at the scene will be killed. We're not doing that either. The Mafia will intimidate members of the committee before the hearing at the prosecutor's office. That could be handy. It's a bit expensive though. No, Charlene, I don't give two flying craps as to how bad they are, as to if it's going to fail my game. I am not having any officers executed. No way. No how. Not in a million years. No chance. L.A. Noire I have played when it first came out on the PS3, was it? I really enjoyed it. But people, I've had a few people ask would I play it, would I LP it? I wouldn't play it again. I don't generally tend to play games twice unless I really like them. But yeah, it was a very good game. The ending was quite interesting actually. Right, I've got really bad pain in my Achilles. So the services that they offer are no use to us. We're not having officers killed. It's just my principle, I'm afraid. Your new assistant is no Kendrick, but he's not as useless as he might seem. He can handle some of your duties when you're pressed for time, but lunch is on you along with any other expenses. So what can he do? Send your staff for training. Send employees to an informal outdoor party. Hire a snitch. Pay an employee to gather important information for you. Find out which of your employees plans to testify. Buy silence. Consulting detective will assist in your investigations for a modest fee. Jesus, man, pain. So, statistics. Oh, we've got statistics now. So we're on day 7, 173 days left. That's like, that's a lot of days. That's half a year. It's 20 odd weeks. We're going to have to move a bit quicker through these sessions, otherwise this could be a rather long series. Weekly salary, unless we get sort of time skips. Weekly salary, pretty paltry. Money earned, money spent. Crimes solved 13, crimes failed 10. Quite poor. We've solved 1 case. 3 officers dead, 3 officers fired. Best officer is our Stovall, who rung in sick, and best detective is Beasley. So little stats there like that. Pain Academy, Painkillers, Police Academy. Staff for training. That sounds quite useful. Don't know what it entails though. We have to pick. No, we don't have to pick one. But if we pick one, I don't know. I'm going to have to read up after this session. Now that I've got a bit of a feel for the game, just going to do a little tiny teensy bit of reading about some of these things for the next session, just so that I've got a bit more of a handle on what's going on, so we can crack on a bit. Right, but we're not going to send anybody on anything at the moment. Don't know what to do, so we'll just leave it for now. Investigations, we're still waiting for some more frames. 2 detectives on the job. They're not the best detectives, but they're alright. Funeral of Jonathan Bush. What's that B? What's that B for? Is that his performance rating? Military honours. Oh, it must be shift B, I think. Team B. This was his first job, don't forget. I think this was his first job. Subaki. Three officers down in one job. Right, morning over. Got work to do. We've got a Bigfoot athletic shoe shop theft. What are we waiting for? Nothing really. So this is Team A of nondescript officers. We're going to have to remember some. Oh, we know Samadhi. Samadhi is the slow one who can't catch kids in trees. Theft. Bigfoot athletic shoe shop. A shoe store clerk reports that 2 teenagers found the most expensive sneakers on display, tried them on, and then without paying, ran out of the shop wearing the new shoes. Now, our British, our English PC Platonic, I'm going to shove her straight out the doors to show how it's done. English style. So she's going to get out there, chasing after these chasing after these teenagers in sneakers. We're not sending Samadhi. He can't chase kids. We've ascertained that from the previous thingamabob. So what she's actually going to do is Birch Jr. has failed 2 missions. If he fails another one, we can sack him. So she's going to assess Officer Birch's competency. If we fail the mission, she doesn't care, really. She's been tasked to report back to the chief about Birch's performance. There's no slight on her if this mission fails, because she's been tasked to see what happens here. So, going with Birch, chasing down some kids. They've nicked some sneakers. It's very low-level crime. It's a bit of petty theft. Let's see how Birch gets on. This is his final reckoning. If he passes, he's safe. If he fails, gone. Breadline. And if they succeed, it's purely because of her, I would imagine. Send the SWAT team in!
410A in progress.
Attempt murder! Oh, this would have been the case for Platonic. Got to act quickly. 4 officers already. Bloody hellfire. None of them are marvellous. A man returned from work earlier than usual and found his young wife in bed with her lover. Told you, didn't I? Domestics. Dangerous business. The maid, they're obviously rich then, so they're not scallywags, they're not sort of ruffians, well-to-do people. Could be a good or bad thing. Hunting rifle, definitely well-to-do. If you've got a hunting rifle, let's go hunting. Yeah. He's taking a gun off the wall. Hi. Can we set the SWAT team in? I don't think we need the SWAT team for this one. Because he's a well-to-do person, I'm thinking that he's probably going to be able to be talked down. So we don't need the bruisers. So Samadhi can go, the one that can't run. We're going to take Grant. Vandal, I think he's had a successor too. We'll see how he gets on. Robbins, or I think, was it Austin was the drunk one? I can't remember who the drunk. We're going to take Robbins. It wasn't Robbins fresh from his arrest of the racist. He's on a bit of confidence. He's got a bit of, yeah, come on, I've taken down a racist. I've learnt from Stovall. Let me lead this one, boss. Let me lead this one. I'll come back with a criminal, with a suspect. I'll show you what I'm made of. Okay, so yeah, Robbins is leading the case. Let's see how it goes. Austin's on her own. For now.
Officer Austin, looks like we
Oh!
have a situation here.
Okay, we're leaving this now to Birch. Good old Platonic taking a step back. Welcoming Birch to take the charge in the theft job. How does he proceed? Birchie, trying to be clever, could fail miserably, but he's trying to be clever here, old Birchie. Trying to mingle with kids. Can I have a cigarette, he says. Can I have a fag? Don't mind, dear lads. Don't interfere. Just light one up for us.
911 completion.
Oh, it works! I don't believe it. Good old Birchie. Good old Birchie. Can I have a fag, he says. Go on, have a fag. Then, unknown to good old Platonic, as he's puffing away on his fag with the 2 little ne'er-do-wells, he sort of leans over, beckons one of them closer, and whispers in his ear. Fags get dropped to the floor. They come quietly. PC, Platonic, soon to be Sergeant Platonic, I'm sure, does not know what Birch said to them, but it worked a charm. Hidden talents, maybe. Slow learner. Who knows, but he's kept his job. No need to fear. Birchie is here. Oh my gosh. Can you believe it? I was there ready to sack him. He's come through. Oh. City Hall. Today in Freeburg, we're hosting the premiere of Back to the Future. The film's distributors have asked the city for an officer to stand at the door to ensure that visitors don't bring their handheld cameras. Only one person for the job. It's Austin. Another glorified bouncer in the making. Whatever you do, love, don't leave me. Don't do a... What was she called, that old woman that left us? Whatever she was called, don't do what she did. ...1985. Is that when Back to the Future was out? Yeah, this must be set in 1985, surely. Must be. Oh, attempted murder. Attempted murder reports. Yay! Good old Officer Robbins. It's a four-man team, but Robbins G'ing up his fellow officers, maybe putting a plan or two in place that was utilised by Stovell for the racist apprehension. He's picked up a trick or two, put it into good practice, got everyone through the job. Good stuff, nice job, nice work, people, nice work. Even Samadhi succeeded because he didn't have to chase anybody. Well done, team. Well done, team. Oh, Freeburg Elementary School. Let's finish off with... What should we finish off with? What haven't we listened to for any great time? Billabong. Don't you leave me here. Look at that big bright red vinyl. Yeah, it would make sense. 80s, we're playing vinyl records. I thought it was just one of those things where, because vinyls are back in fashion now, aren't they? Freeburg Elementary School. We got time. We got time. Officers need to return. Right, we got full house. Assault at the Freeburg Elementary School. A young father, deprived of his parental rights, tried to pick up his daughter from school. When he wasn't allowed access, he attacked a teacher, knocked her to the ground, and started kicking her. Oh, Jesus wept. Right, this is a job for PC Platonic. Once again, she's now assessing some more officers. She's assessed Birchie. He's passed with flying colours. She's now going to assess Samadhi and Grant. Samadhi and Grant, she's saying, come forth. Code 5, we're out. We're off. We're en route. Disorderly conduct at the Gallery of the Modern Art. Nobody else is coming back. 3 officers for this job. We can't. We've got a disorderly conduct. That takes precedence, surely. We can send 1 here and 2 to the other one. The guard says that someone got into the exhibition hall, scrawled pictures of penises on the artwork, and hid in the closet. Now, generally speaking, you shouldn't send officers to job single crew that involve violence, really. Not ideally, but in the cost-cutting climes, sometimes you've got no choice. So, Officer Robbins, on the back of 2 successful arrests, you can do it. Get this kid out of the closet, give him a bit of a telling off, give him a rap, and get him back to cells. Right, City Centre, Mr. Boyd. A very sensitive issue which our mutual friend Charles Deal said you could help me with. As you may already know, I own the largest music store in Freeburg. Recently my ex-wife got half my record collection in a lawsuit. There's a lot of rare records. My ex is very afraid of the police and always tries to act like a law-abiding citizen. If some of your guys are over there in uniform and told her those records were evidence in an important investigation, she'd just smile and give them whatever they asked for, not even check into the warrant. Warrant? What warrant? I'm not going to ask for a bloody warrant. Vandal! Birchie! Birchie! Good old talker Birchie! Birchie's leading this game. Get out of it. Birchie! Fly, my child. Spread those wings and fly. Show 'em how it's done, Birchie. Oh. Oh, you gotta have 3. You've gotta have 3. It's not happening then. It's not happening.
412A.
Uh-oh. Hey! Hey, hey! Look at that. Good old PC Platonic again. She assessed and it was successful. Look at that. Is it a coincidence that soon as she's come to the team, success is just flowing? No wonder old Stavoli, whatever he's called, Staley, Stavoli, I've already forgotten his name, is left in a huff and taking the day off. He feels threatened, he feels under threat. PC Platonic is... she's a mover and shaker. PC Philharmonic. PC Philharmonic. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, just missed it. Oh no.
Situation here.
Disorderly conduct. This is a single crewed officer. It's our man. All the lights are on when the police arrive. The museum caretaker explains that he's only had the job a couple of weeks. He's worried he's going to be fired over this foolishness. Officer calms him down. Officer Robbins calms him down. And he points out the bathroom stall that the artist has locked himself inside of. Come on. Give him an opportunity. There's no weapons seen. Just a bit of graffiti. Come on! Game's over, Sonny Jim. Come on out now. No need for games here. A terrified and tearful young man holding a knife insists that he's engaged in some kind of performance art and that no one understands him. He refuses to surrender and is threatening to stab himself. That's alright. Not stab me, stab himself. Okay. Robbins. He's learnt from Stovall. Stovall doesn't seem a harsh man. Just tell me more about your work. Just tell me. Chill out. No need to have a heart attack about things. He's misunderstood, you see. He's probably these people, they want to have their pleas heard, you know? Tell me, come on. Tell me about your work. I'm intrigued. Really, I am.
210 complete.
He tells him about, I've been doing it for years and it's not graffiti, no. I just want to be recognised. I saw it on a film. You know, these carvings. And as he's talking to him, and he's tearing up about, blubbering away about how his life is very difficult, and nobody understands him. He's grown up, as an orphan, and all the rest of it. And when his guard was down, Robbins quickly and deftly disarms him and trusses him up really quickly, and job were done. Job were done. Lulled him into a false sense of security. He really thought he was there to listen, and his officer's listening to me, but he wasn't really. He was just trying to catch him off guard, and it worked wonders. Well done, Officer Robbins. Another clever man. Right, the blinds are coming down. Another day is soon done. Mafia assignment. Jack, we have something going down today at engineering plant at 2209. We wouldn't want any policemen crashing the party. I say 4,000 should be enough for such a request. Okay. So when the job comes up, we're supposed to turn a blind eye. Good night, talkie-walkie. We've got to do it, haven't we? And when we get questioned by the authorities, our family, we're going to be slaughtered.
11 in progress.
Oh, anybody here? I didn't hear a damn thing. Radios are broken. Oh, my radio battery's died. Oh my God! Can somebody bring the charger through? Oh my gosh!
911 complete.
Ooh, 2 new frames. I still don't think it's enough. Still don't think it's enough. So we ascertained last time that somebody came, grabbed the bag quickly, and then rode off. But we didn't sort of see any weapons. He just grabbed the bag, so he approached her, grabbed the bag, no weapon seen in hand. He's grabbed the bag. So he's got the bag there, hasn't he? Has he got the bag? Yeah, he's got the bag. So he grabs the bag, he's got the bag on his arm, and then he rides off. I bet you she tried to shoot him, you know. No? No, tried to shoot, see. I think we're still missing. I think we're still missing one. Grabbed the bag and driven off. So there he's grabbed the bag. There he's driving off. I think there's a missing frame. We haven't got enough here. It's definitely not that one. It's definitely not that one. That one doesn't mention that she's fired at him. Somebody would have noticed if she'd fired a shot at him. So there's one missing somewhere. Theft report. Offender escaped. Easy money. 4,000 for doing what we agreed. Not a problem. Another quiet night. Psychological test. City Hall. Jack, you must have seen the newspaper stories about Thomas Blaine. Yes, we have. Shot a pregnant lady. Now in mental institute. What about him? Yeah, he was schizophrenic. Shot a pregnant woman. To ensure this tragedy doesn't repeat itself, we decided to conduct psychological testing for all cops over 50. Alright. That includes you, Jack. Tomorrow morning, Dr. Eleanor Waterbury is waiting for you in her office. Don't be late. Are you kidding me? I'm getting psychoanalyzed. Oh, this will be fun. Right, we'll be finishing at what, 3 or 2? 3 or 2? Any more crimes? It's quiet night in the office. Quiet night. Never say the Q word as well. There's always a written rule. If it was quiet on shift, never say it's quiet. Superstition, call it what you will, but if you say the Q word, all of a sudden it'd all erupt. Domestics, fights break out, and the whole damn lot kicks off. And why did you say the Q word? It's home time in half an hour. Now we're working overtime. Right. Easy shift. You can say quiet now. It's fine. Right, let's have a look at the officers. Can we check their oh, we can't check their information. Should have checked the information at the close of play. Never mind. Do you know what? They're creeping up a little bit. They're creeping up a little bit. And don't forget, we've got Stavley, Stavos, Flatley, Stavely, Stellari. I wish we could rename the officers, I really do. There may be a mod that you can, I don't know, but it would be nice to rename them. I may look into this for the next stream. We kind of know them now, so I don't know. Right, end of the day. What was my position? I was just a regular old PC, regular old police constable. I did pass my sergeant's exams, but due to the cost cutting, there were no promotions for several years, and anyway, got disillusioned and ended up leaving. Right, psychoanalyst time. I don't know if it auto saves as well, so I don't know how we're going to end this session. I would hope to do the psychoanalyzing now. It'll be quite good fun. City Treasury doles out 90 grand for Mayor's birthday, as you do. Mysterious Robespierre announces political ambitions, and 6 new restaurants to appear in city by year's end. Yes, it's police service. Police service. Nonsense. That's the trouble with society now. It's too namby bloody pamby. Anyway, that's my thought. Okay, so Dr. Eleanor Waterbury sat there waiting. This is a very simple test, Mr. Boyd. I'll show you a card with an abstract image. You just look at them and tell me what you see. Oh, I remember these tests. Yes, I remember it from Fallout New Vegas, yes. Proceed, love, as he says, puffing on his cigar, sipping his Earl Grey. Proceed. A man taking a handful of tablets in a barn. Two natives beating the drums. Flying severed heads. That's a man taking a handful of tablets in a barn. I didn't say which man. A man going back to his house. A butterfly. A man with a clock for a face. Yeah, there's a leg. A man going back into his house. Could be stepping over the threshold. I mean, what kind of a sick butterfly would that be? A man with a clock for a face. No, it's a man going back in his house. Let me see. That looks like two hands carrying a bin bag. Or a steaming pile of turd. A woman decorating a Christmas tree. A dancing girl. A blue alien raping a pig. I mean, I'm quite tempted. At this point, we've been asked two questions. We're getting sick of this psychoanalysis. Sick and tired of it, Doctor. A blue alien raping a pig. A man giving a woman a Christmas ornament. A tower on a hill. A baby with spider legs. So it seems to be the first option every time is the most logical. That looks like kinda. And the other two are just random. A tower on a hill. Tower on a hill? No, a man giving a woman a Christmas ornament. Possibly. Florence Nightingale. A woman dropping the Christmas ornament. An automobile accident. A tree that's growing human lungs. A tree that's growing human lungs. Pieces of the Christmas ornament all over the floor. An ice cream cone. Marching hammers. I mean, if you piece together all the bits of the puzzle, these are all things that seem to have happened to him. Pills in the barn, that was him. I'm assuming now that we're getting a bit of an insight into maybe little things leading up to why she left him. I don't know. She was decorating the tree. He tried to hand her an ornament. She's dropped the ornament. Could be a bust up between him and her. Possibly. An ice cream cone. The man yelling at the woman. A chess rook. A man with the head of a rhinoceros. Thank you. I don't appreciate this. The woman slapping the man. An overturned truck. A huge hedgehog eating people instead of apples. An overturned truck. We know what game they're trying to play at this point, and we're not playing along. The man pushing the woman. A key on a chain. An octopus playing the piano. The woman falling over with the Christmas tree. A pile of autumn leaves. A woman in a wormskin coat. Leaves. Naturally. Thank you for your time, Mr. Boyd. I will inform you about the test results in the coming days. Thank you, Doctor. Now piss off out my office. Day 9. Shea Broom re-elected as Freeburg General Attorney. No black employees at City Hall. Mayor says accident. Major businessman ready to invest in the future of the city. I'm hoping that one of these days it will start first time. I'm not sure. Right. I'm assuming this... Oh, you get one promotion a week as well. Holy flipping cow. Holy cow. Right. We're going to have to end the session. I'm assuming it auto-saves because there doesn't appear to be a save option. So I'm assuming it auto-saves. Please confirm if anybody knows for sure. But collectively, together, we're going to think now about who deserves the promotion across both shifts. Shift A at the moment, again. Is this the second time Shift A? So, who do we think, folks? Can you remember? Obviously, Shift B are not on the screen, but, you know, for next time. Stovall has completely butchered his opportunity now because he's missed work. Good at auto. Thank you for that. Platonic, new to the team. She's dragged Birch through. She went to another job and dragged them through. Should we promote her so soon to be the equal rank of Stovall? I think maybe. I think she needs to be given the same rank status as Stovall. I really do. On the other side, there's nobody that stands out. We're still monitoring the apprentice. She's done really well, but she's still an apprentice. I don't want to promote her too soon. Get a big, you know, too big for her boots. So the only other candidate really would be Robbins has done a really good job actually. But we can't promote Robbins over Platonic. You know what I mean? We can't do that. So I'm thinking the only other one would be the big bruiser. What's she called? Purdy. Purdy would be a candidate possibly. She's kind of matching on the same level as Nakata. I can't remember her surname. I've got to learn these names. So it's Kochi. Good old Kochi. The thinker Kochi. Because she did a very good job. She talked down that gun woman. But she's already had a promotion. So, you know, we don't want to turbo rank them all up, do we? So I'm thinking it's between Purdy and Platonic. And I think purely for the simple fact that she has managed to drag Birch to a job and have him succeed where other people have failed. You know, the sheer sight of him smoking a fag with the odd little ne'er-do-wells and having a bit of a whisper in the ear, seeing the look of horror in their face. Don't know what he said, but he's put the frighteners on him and they came meekly and mildly. I think for that alone, that motivational speak that she must have given him in the patrol car down to the job alone is enough for me to say, Platonic, promotion time. Head officer of the team. Stovall, you spoilt it. Took a day off without any explanation. So you're going to have to prove yourself, my friend. So there we go. I think we'll end it there. We might have to do this again at the start of the next session. But, right, we're not going to go to choose a song. We're going to end it right here. Hopefully I haven't done anything too bad that's going to cause a scene by starting the day. But, yeah, I think I'm going to really like this. Nice little story going on. Enjoying the development of the officers. We're seeing some of them now. We're getting used to some of them. So, you know, that we're becoming accustomed to them and getting to know their little quirks. It'll be even more devastating, for instance, if, say, Purdy was to get taken out. You know, it would upset me. You know, I've got used to the big bruise. I like her. You know, Kochi, if she was to go down, wouldn't be good. So, yeah, we're getting a bit of a development of the characters. I'm liking the mechanics of it. I think it's quite cool. I'm liking it. So, yeah, the next stream of this will be Saturday. I'm out on Friday, I believe. So, it will be Saturday, the next stream, where we'll be streaming some more of this. And we'll see what happens. So, we'll see, see what happens to Pre-C Platonic. Enjoy the rest of your weeks anyway, folks. Enjoy the rest of your weeks. Baldur's Gate will be coming. And I might try to squeeze out a Stardew Valley at some point in midweek as well. So, until next time, it's Chief Officer Jack signing off. Good night. I should have played some music, shouldn't I? I could have been playing some classical music. Should we play some music to sign off with? Let's play some music. Signing off music, folks. Signing off. Oh! Oh, starting the day. No, no, stop. Exit. Good night.